Let's fucking go. We're here. Hello.
Lock in.
Wow.
Hello.
Behold. Everything's loading. That is. New overlay.
Hi,
Wee.
You.
and wonderful overlay.
I worked very hard at this. It took me like 2 days of actual work once I had the idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah,
We've made it. We're here.
everyone is
Dying.
taken.
Dying,
Uh,
yes.
Yes, that
It is
Everyone is
30
dying.
plus degrees everywhere. So we are all melting because we're all in Europe except for Eddie. So we don't have AC.
I'm good.
I have an AC.
Yeah.
It's like not even 60. Oh, hold on. It's like 17, 16 degrees out there.
Oh, I would
That's
love.
amazing.
I would love it. Can we
Yep, I'll
trade?
take that.
I would if I could.
I mean, you can have AC in Germany too, but it's like
Yeah.
expensive as fuck.
Well, I could buy an AC unit. I have enough window back there to just use one.
And our
Um,
walls
Room is
store
more like this
heat
is,
very well, and
Yeah.
Hmm.
German buildings are very
no
good at
escape.
storing heat because we have like cold weather
Oh my god.
for three
used to have
quarters
cold
of the
weather.
year.
Okay, so I don't actually like think Celsius ever, but I nailed it.
Nice.
Nice.
nice. The only thing I keep in mind is like 80 degrees is warm,
Yeah.
and 69 nice is like room temperature.
So what I know about Fahrenheit is that 100 degrees is body temperature of a person with fever, because that's what Fahrenheit measured when he set the scale. So it's like
Oh.
a lot degrees.
Okay, so
0 is ice ammonia water, because that's the only thing they had that could keep a stable temperature that low for long enough to take the calibration measurement at the time.
do you remember the band 98 Degrees?
No.
No?
That is a
Never heard of it.
non-febrile hot human.
Ah,
Oh.
yeah. So Fahrenheit is a scale that's about like a thing that they could measure reasonably, and a thing that you would be interested in as a human, which is like normal body temperature. Unfortunately, the person had fever. Tough luck, Fahrenheit. And Celsius is about like a easily reproducible measurement where you just have water freezes there, water boils there.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is. Celsius is so much better.
Well, it's better
But-
for scientific measurements. Both
It's
have
better for everything.
both have
I've
no
read a study
meaning
where
for
people could,
temperature.
I've read a study where people who from America, so people who use Fahrenheit, are more perceptive to changes in temperature, and could like nail better the exact. They were more precise.
Yeah, but that's because
So,
their
so
scale
that
is
makes
more
sense
fine
because-
grade than ours.
Right.
Yeah.
1 Fahrenheit degree is about half a Celsius degree.
Yeah. And you
So
can.
when the European was like, it's like 17 and a half. And the American was like, no, it's more like 68.
Yeah.
Anyway, recap time.
Yes, I've
Go. Mm. Ah,
Voice
yes.
gone.
Goodbye, voice.
So this was a nice session. Goodbye.
Not again.
Okay. I've actually written I've written this thing like 2 weeks ago, and I'm still using it. So, session 25. After the
funny.
heist, the company was allowed for 2 weeks of downtime. CL was back at his odd jobs, this time like becoming a private eye. Vess worked at the workshop, and Poketo tried his hand at skating, becoming more acquainted with people his age. Pyro was doing work for company, and a bit more to return the favor of using company resources to find out more about Bell.
Skater boy playing in the background as Pokito skates by.
Oh God. See you later, boy. Bell has a very predictable schedule, like really strict. Every day is the same, with some notable outliers. There were 3 places she only visited once within 2 weeks. It would have been nice to have more than just 2 weeks of surveillance, but, well, the places were an unmarked building in the outskirts of the city, a medical facility, and the is it freight or freight? It's freight harbor, right?
Yes.
Yeah, freight.
You're not harboring
horrors.
fright.
Harboring
the horrors. of
Harboring
them all.
scary things. The Fright Harbor.
No.
That's a fantastic name for amusement park ride.
Yeah,
That's right, Harbor.
That's where we're going on a Halloween
Yeah.
session. I see.
Yeah.
and the
I'm
freight
scared,
harbor where she visited
I'm
a
terrified.
freight ship.
It's
The
so
company decided
scary.
to
We almost
investigate the
died.
harbor.
Literally, we
Huh?
almost died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the Fright Harbor.
It is the Fright Harbor.
The company
Hmm.
decided to investigate the harbor. Pyro intends to throw her weight around as a higher up at Lucky Rock. Vez disguises Pokito as a dock worker while stealthily investigating from the shadow himself. Pyro recognizes a
shadow?
good amount of company logos there. She asks a dock worker, an automaton who uses telekinesis, for the manager's phone number,
Hmm.
in a nice way this time. Pokito carries around a crate containing the goopy form of CL. They talk about magic detection and find some magical residue, but can't tell what kind, and something about brewing coffee. The harbor is much bigger than expected. The docks continue for a good kilometer in each direction. One ship looks like a battleship. But, they were lucky. CL detected a 7th level spell. Not many spells are at that level. Jackpot. But only just in time for Vez to spot a figure standing in the shadows of the harbor, menacingly.
Oh.
Bell.
Menacingly.
Pokito leaves Crate CL under a workbench, and Vez gets into an elevated position while Pokito and Pyro hide in the shadows.
Hmm.
Another person appears through teleportation magic, carrying a package. They exchange a few words, and Bell salutes in a special, peculiar way before leaving the other person, who has their own intimidating aura around them. The man of action CL didn't let the opportunity slip to mock Bell from his hiding place, distracting the Volpine villain. Vess immediately used this opportunity to shoot Bell's parcel out of her hands, and before she could react, Pokito sprinted and grabbed the parcel. Inside was an amulet/charm, whose allure he could barely resist. Bell, seemingly unfazed, turned towards the thieving sheep,
Hold
trying
on,
to convince
hold
him.
on.
Huh?
Wait. By whose allure he could barely resist, you mean it almost killed him? He looked at it and things went higgledy and like blood came out of your nose or something, and then you just like almost resist means pass the save.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't know what would have happened if you
Continue.
failed the save.
Yeah. He could barely resist. Doesn't mean he resisted well, but he did. Where was I?
I love the way you write these.
Um. do. Belle, seemingly unfazed, turned to the sheep, trying to convince him to hand over the parcel by introducing her hands to Pocketo's innards. Thankfully, the little ram was sturdy enough to survive, but even more thankfully, Belle got told off by the mysterious stranger. And there I need some confirmation. I don't know if I wrote down correctly, and I forgot to check. The stranger said, like, don't kill him, he's important. Or something. Or we
Still got plans for him.
Yeah,
we still got plans for
have
that's
use
the
for-
bullshit.
We
Yeah.
still have
That's the
plans for
witch.
him.
Don't kill him. We still have plans for him. I'm an expert in writing. So
A delightfully vague statement in a party with 3 people using he, him pronouns.
yeah.
I know it's not me.
It's not Pyro. You know that for sure.
Yay!
Maybe it's. Oh my god, it's a dragon.
God damn it! No. We share hit points.
The stranger raised another charm, channeling a spell, but was interrupted by one of Vez's precise, powerful, and alchemical bullets. Pocono used this opportunity to escape, using his speed to making it impossible for Belle to retrieve the parcel. But he also left his companions alone with her. Pyro confronts Belle, telling her that her dealings almost destroyed the entire plane. Belle had no knowledge of this, completely unaware of the danger her dealings posed to all of existence on this plane. The mysterious stranger leaves, and Belle decided it's time to demonstrate what the charm is capable of. After a short incantation, everyone within range saw a bright flash and fell unconscious. Pocket waited in hiding at the far end of the harbor, and he kept waiting until a concerned Marie told him to check up on the others since there was no response on their end. He slipped his phone into the parcel to make sure he could find it, and stowed the parcel amongst the rubbish within a garment container. He found his team unconscious lying at the harbor, with no trace of Belle. She didn't harm them any further, nor did she take them in or anything else. She just left. With CL's healing aura still going, Poketo carried the bird to Pyro and to Vez, who was still hiding in his elevated position. Vez returned the favor and patched
Hiding
up CL,
unconscious.
who didn't benefit from his own aura.
Yes.
The group was mostly unscathed, but they were
That's only
also
because
concerned.
there's a fun thing here. That's only because I forgot that hero points exist, and I could have killed you to force you to use one to survive.
To be fair, I didn't know we can use them to survive.
You can use up all of your hero points to end the dying condition without taking another stack of wounded.
I just knew we can use them to reroll stuff.
You can use
Yeah,
one
yeah,
to
that's-
reroll. You can use all of them, but at least one to not die.
I like not dying. That's great.
It's a fun system.
How much do we have to pay to get more hero points?
Nothing. Do you need to?
There are no
I
hero
need
points
to-
in the in-game shop.
I need to remember they exist for you to get more hero points.
So
Damn.
there are things called gift subs.
They are also they are also
When can- when-
reset to
One.
to one at the beginning of the session.
Yeah.
I was actually
That I did
planning
remember.
on giving chat the ability to give you hero points, but I've not managed that until yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
So, the group was concerned. Belle demonstrated her power by sacrificing a powerful amulet like it was nothing. And the mysterious figure who escaped via teleportation before Bell went nova is another unknown variable. What did he mean by don't kill him? We still got plans for him. It makes most sense that you make Pokito, who was like at the receiving end of Bell's deadly attacks, but he deflects by saying it was the deadly and talented Vez who shot the parcel out of her hands. And it was the sly and elusive CL who turned up again, demonstrating his unnatural, amorphous, and uncanny power set. Only Papyrus out of consideration.
Surely
In
it's
the
one of
end,
them.
no one wants to be the target of a shadowy evil organization.
What? Why not?
Why not?
They retrieve the package and wonder where to go next. Maybe this time they investigate Kevin, or they try to find out more about the artifact lying in that parcel. Who knows?
Who knows? I don't.
Who knows?
But this is where we left. With some people with blinking health bars,
I'm fine. I feel great.
Oh, I
the
should make them.
fine telling Link that his health is low.
Can we play the low health sound from Pokemon or Legend of Zelda on stream, please?
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would look better.
This was totally normal. I don't know what you mean.
Let me just Oop.
Oop.
I've just modified the hero point display of the overlay a tiny bit, so it's more readable at lower zoom levels. Just kind of pulling the dots apart a bit. Ta-da! Fair with these motherfucking mistakes on this motherfucking plane. Alright. You're still licking your wounds after what happened. Two of you, ironically, the same hit points at the moment. I think that's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
CL and
Big
Pyro are the exact
CL and
same
Pyro.
hit points.
Funny.
It's funny. I like it. Yeah, you
I'm having a little claw lick my wounds.
you got the address of a safe house last time, and being warned by Marie to not return to the ship, lest your assailants are waiting for you to go there and finish the job, or worse, capture whoever he is on his way back to the ship. He probably should go there.
I think I can't be captured.
So, my phone is still inside the package.
No, you grabbed
anyone
it.
else start the
Oh,
navigation?
right.
Sure,
It's,
sure thing.
you didn't take it out of the thing yet, that's true.
Yeah, and I know won't.
No worries, I'll do it for you.
And I won't.
Let me do it. Let me do it.
You whip out your communicator that looks suspiciously like a modern day smartphone, but cooler with gamer lights.
RGB.
Yeah, exactly.
God, ew.
Everything in the future has to have useless panels with LED lighting in between.
I mean,
No, I want it
this
chrome.
is great. This is so cool, right? Yeah.
That's a big communicator. Yo.
Yes. That's an old model.
The funniest part is that there is actually phones that look like this, because there is the odd gaming phone company, like I think Red Magic.
Bubble?
NVIDIA.
Yeah, Red Magic, that was.
Yeah. Red Magic actually make an insane phone with a camera that doesn't need a punch in the display. They figured out how to make that.
Cool.
That's neat.
A camera that doesn't need a notch. It's cool. Anyway, you take it out, you open, I don't know, Aegis maps. the government mandated map app, which is
Great.
the only one allowed to exist for Aegis.
Damn.
I'm using MapQuest.
Yeah, but the
Of
map
course
data,
she jailbroke a phone.
the map data
Yeah.
for Aegis is still like the one that is in Aegis maps. It's like, you know, China in real life, where nobody's allowed to map China. And you make your way to the safe house. The safe house looks kind of... It's been too long since things looked medieval in this world to have this look old. It's almost like someone took an amusement park ride, ripped out one of the sections, and put it in this room.
Great.
So,
Loading.
Why is there no lighting? I forgot to turn off token vision.
I love darkness. Oh.
is this really the safe room?
Wow.
I mean,
It's
Where did I find that?
it's the Thieves
ostentatious.
Guild from Guild from Final Fantasy XIV.
On your way here, you were you were squeezing your way through tight alleyways wedged between skyscrapers. You're in like the empty lot from Yakuza 0 that's like a really undeveloped piece of land nestled in a developed area. That's kind of what this is. Whoever owns this place is keeping it this way on purpose and must have turned down billions from the developers that build these skyscrapers around it.
Like, so like, you're going to like a hairstylist in Vietnam, and you have to go through like these tiny alleyways.
It's Kowloon Walled City vibes on the way here.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. The real life reference.
Yeah.
All right. So you are in this very strange room. You do find, however, that there is a fridge that is disguised as like a wood cupboard that is stocked with like not expired food. There is a faucet and stuff like that. So the basic amenities are here. It's all just styled in this medieval look for some reason.
I don't know, maybe they wanted to take cosplay pictures here, so...
Yeah, maybe
So-
it's a set.
Just a photo location.
Actually, Pyro, if you want to give me a society roll,
I would love to.
why not?
As soon as I figure out,
We'd
as
love
soon
to
as I
roll,
remember
yeah.
again where my proficiencies are.
On your character sheet.
Society.
Yes.
Society.
We're living in.
All right. So you've
It's better
heard
than average.
mingling with the high society of Aegis more than once in your life that there is a couple of eccentric millionaires who could own this place, but you cannot pinpoint which one.
I have a question. Or rather, no. I have a feat that I would like to use so that I can know one guess that is true and one guess that is absolutely wrong.
Well, even with the guesses, the names you come up with that you narrow it down to don't really help you because you now have two names in mind, but you don't know any of their connections. It doesn't get you any further in figuring
Right.
out if whoever owns this can be trusted. But they must be an acquaintance of Marie to offer this place as a safe house.
Pokito just plops the parcel onto the table and immediately checks if this is real wood.
It is.
It is fine mahogany.
No.
Knock on wood.
Not again.
It's oak.
Mahogany.
So So do we still have to get your phone out of the
Can I
packet?
like can I look through the cupboards that are there or like the kitchen thing all
I
the
mean,
way?
I think I can just feel around
here?
inside the puzzle to get it out, but I didn't want to do it on the go.
Yeah, but I want
Is
to look
it-
inside.
Is it dangerous to? Oh God.
You shouldn't open it and look at it. I think,
you
right?
start with it. Is it dangerous too? I think the answer is yes.
I would like advise against it. Like this is some mind-bending bullshit spell on it, so
Does he heed
Listen,
his friends'
You're just
advice?
advertising it to make it interesting.
At least let us all close our eyes. Like,
Do you
you
actually
know,
want to
turn
kill us?
away. Not. I don't want to die
Hmm.
today. Although, actually, I wonder if there's something. I mean, not me, because everything that I have explodes in terms of spells and stuff. But if anybody has something that might bolster a person against an effect. But I am
Something
so
like-
not support,
Are
but
there
I
other
feel like this
runes and
class is
liquids
supposed to
built
be a
in?
support class.
Ah,
Support,
I
yes,
think
support.
I have a feat against mind control. Wait. Yeah, I have I am no, it's against coercing. Okay.
you don't know if this is a coercive spell.
But I
You
don't think
resisted it
the
last
amulet is
time.
trying to intimidate me, right?
You don't know. You resisted it last time. You have no idea what it does.
Hmm.
Is there? Ooh.
Is there consequences for still looking at it?
I
We
mean,
will
has
find
he
out.
already done it? Because you're still in the
I will-
can someone buff him phase of this discussion.
Yeah, I will allow
Okay.
people to tell me if they want to buff me and if they can. I myself cannot buff me. But I have 14 as a lucky number if something goes wrong.
Okay, hold on. I am going to dig into my bag and pull out a baggie of weed, aka Flayleaf, which provides a +1 item bonus to saving throws against mental effects.
Wow.
Here, smoke this.
Now listen
Weed
here.
that makes the trip go milder?
Yes.
Amazing weed. What the fuck is that weed?
That's
Yeah.
just CBD.
It's
I-
it's
I-
because
I
it
do-
makes you stoned.
I do have an in-character reason why CL wouldn't take this. And that's because Pyro is offering it.
That is so funny.
I go ahead and actually tell you exactly what it is and how I acquired it, and that involves something about a dock worker named Julio, who is my supplier, and I trust him a lot.
Okay, Pyro, I want to
Also,
explain to you
he's
our
actually
relationship.
richer than me.
I want to explain to you our relationship that I kind of established, and that is that I give you stuff, not knowing what it is, and sometimes that can go wrong, and I expect you to do the same. So
Oh,
I don't
gotcha,
trust
gotcha,
anything you
okay.
give me.
Yeah. Okay, well, imagine that it's goop and eat it.
Okay, I'm gonna go into a crate, not eat it, and just make it so it's dark while well, not entirely dark, but make it so that the others can see into the box while I open it.
I can't believe you don't trust me.
I mean, that's what
feel
we
So
would
you
do,
just
so-
you open a crate and go like physically.
Yeah, I
see.
just sit in it.
Okay.
I'm going the cat route.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and smoke some weed just in case.
So
I hate that this is an action that makes sense in
are
context.
you going to be able to see at all in the crate?
I'm gonna leave the lid open. I'm just gonna do it so that others can't properly
Very good.
look at the box while I open it.
Very good. So you open the box, and you look at the things inside. There's a phone there and a weird amulet.
Okay. I'm gonna take out the phone.
All right. You take out the phone.
I'm gonna touch the amulet.
Please do a Constitution save for me. Thank you.
Might I remind you that you look like shit?
Yes. Thank you for the reminder.
Health
Anyways.
pointingly speaking.
Where are con saves? Fortitude save, I assume.
Hmm.
Is it a fortitude save, not a con save?
Fortitude.
Yeah.
Physical resilience. Okay, please take 8 points of damage.
Wait, that was a 7. I can increase it to a 14.
Okay. Then please take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
What would it have been if? Actually, no, you can't tell me because it might not be a mental effect.
You also
Um,
feel, if you are still touching it after that the amulet is searing into your body. So you
can
should
I
drop it if you don't want to take more damage.
Can I roll Arcana to find out more about it?
Sure. Give me an Arcana check.
Arcana or maybe religion or occultism or something like that.
So like,
you
is
can
this,
also
hollow
give
pain
me
or something like that?
it can also give me a GM hidden perception check on top of that, please. Along with the Arcana.
Hidden perception.
Yeah. The private GM roll.
That.
Or blind GM roll. Blind GM roll.
Blind GM roll and
Yeah.
Arcana. Open Arcana.
Ooh. Does that also work with your lucky?
Oh, I've done once per day.
Ah,
The lucky
okay.
number is gone now.
Okay. So you do not need to know if the perception check was lower than a 14. All right.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I don't have to know.
Okay. No. Okay. So, you are looking at the. It's kind of an enigma to you. You don't recognize any of the runes carved into it, or really any of the material it's manufactured out of. One thing that stands out to you, but you can't really make out, is that there's a gemstone set into it. It's kind of amber colored, and it seems to have multiple layers. Unfortunately, due to the different refractions of the layers, they obscure what is inside at the core of it, like looking through a kaleidoscope at something. And you can't really find an angle where you could make a good guess as to what's locked in the gemstone inset into this thing.
And then I obviously drop it. Well, obviously with CL. Then I drop it.
All right.
The phone or the amulet?
The amulet.
The amulet actually left dark black marks in your hand where you touched it.
What?
And they
Even
don't
if I
look
turn
like
the hand into...
they don't look like burn marks. It's not
So
Yes.
they don't.
ash.
Do they
even if
smell?
even if I void the hand and goop the hand and then make it normal again, it's still
No, then it's gone.
okay. Gotcha.
It looks it looked vaguely necrotic, but it doesn't smell. Like a necrotic piece of flesh. The black
Okay.
coloration when skin dies.
Ciel, might I
is it-
remind you that that Vest took care of you to patch you up?
You don't know he took any damage.
Yeah, but he went
Also
inside the package that he knows contains an amulet that's evil. Also, can I have my phone
I
back?
hear you. I hear you. Yes, I'm I get out of the crate and hand him his phone.
Thank you.
Also, might I remind you that part of my healing process was me giving myself a motivating ringtone.
Nice.
Oh, that's really good. I love that. I love that your like Pyro's stress response is drugs and your stress response is good music.
Did you say that out loud or?
That I did tell you that part of my healing process was that ringtone I gave myself.
So where in the options is that ringtone?
That is something I can do from me, not from phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh shit. Vez, sorry. I think I bled through your costume, like the dog worker thing you prepared.
Also, while I'm at it, I'm gonna
don't
cast
really care.
heal.
It was just
Ah.
this guys. It's okay.
Heal.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we next time I have to disguise myself as a wounded dock worker. That would work.
I don't think I have to
As-
place a 30-foot
Maybe
animation,
we should
right?
stop with the
Nah.
disguising, I guess.
Everyone, heal
Does
yourself for
anyone
7
actually-
HP.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
That's legitimately awesome.
Everybody gets to heal. Yay.
Everybody?
Yeah, that's
Everybody.
a 30-foot
Everybody.
emanation on 3 actions.
Ooh.
Holy layout, yes.
I have to select the token.
I just went into my character sheet and then gave myself
Yes,
7
that's
HP.
so
Yeah, I did the same
It would
thing.
have been so easy.
Yeah.
No, isn't.
Ding.
Yeah, we're still health buddies.
No,
Health
What?
twins.
now you
22,
two
right?
are.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
now
Sorry.
you two
Oh,
are.
I
Before
have not added mine yet.
yeah, before
green.
the two of us were health buddies before. Eddie. But I did take some damage from weird origin.
Wow.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You
I
broke
did
our
take some
twins.
unexpected damage.
You broke our
Unexpected.
twins.
Okay, Vessel's
does
made it back
anybody-
to yellow. Let's go.
Does anybody
And
have
Pokito's in green.
a med kit, a healer's toolkit?
A med bar.
A med bar.
Why would we have
I
that?
kind of, after having played 5, it is often very disappointing to look at my character sheet and be like, I can't help anyone ever.
I-
I mean, I
I
still have some elixirs of life, but
You
I think we
could
rather
also
should
just
maybe
rest,
before
yeah.
we just use them.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
No,
And
never
those
mind.
should be for. but I
um,
can give some to you if you want.
actually
You
do
would
have
like to have-
one more
we shouldn't use them,
description.
you're right, though.
Now that Pokito is like actively looking at his phone because he just got it back. You don't have reception in here.
Oh man.
But if you
What?
go into the wireless networks, there is a network in here that you can connect to.
Is it like secured?
If only we had
Do I
Sosaka
have
right
a-
now.
Do I have a corporate VPN?
Sure.
Can I give everyone access to my corp VPN so that we can connect to this wireless without
Well,
being super afraid that somebody's going to
you
snoop on us?
can't get the setup done without any connection to the network. So not until they are connected to the network.
Whip.
I'm going to I'm gonna flip a coin. Roll 1d2, I guess, and then if it's a 2, I don't know what it does when I do this. Does it actually like show a coin, or does it give me a 1 or a
It
2?
gives you 1 or a 2.
Okay, if it's a 2, then Pyro feels naked without the network and decides to connect to it.
Nice.
It's a 2.
Alright.
Yeah, that tracks.
You try to connect to it, and you are blocked by the fact that it needs a password. It's encrypted. It's Wi-Fi. But it's the only network you can see inside here, which doesn't make sense in a densely populated area like this. So you assume that the access point is inside the building, so the password must be written down here somewhere.
And the building is shielded.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Okay,
go
no,
ahead and start
can we-
searching the room for a Wi-Fi password.
Can we do the same thing as last time and roll a 1d1000 and choose and if we roll the DM decided number, we can get the password?
I am still going to search the room for a Wi-Fi password.
Yeah, that's going to be easier. Stuck to that corkboard is the note with the password on it.
Awesome.
So you do
I'm
connect to the
going
Wi-Fi,
Connect,
and your phone is back
and then
to
I'm going
normal.
to connect to my VPN,
Hmm.
and then I'm going to share a mobile Wi-Fi network from my phone so that anyone can connect to my phone. And the password, get ready for it, is traveling cafe.
Are there any numbers?
The first A is a 4.
Very good.
G-R...
Also, the T is capital and the C is capital, and there's no space between them.
Is it traveling with one L or two L's?
Shit. I open up my app.
Yes.
Yes, one or two L's. Yes.
1 L.
One L. What was the
Yeah.
second word again?
Cafe. No accent on the E. Those are hard to type.
DL
Wait, they're
doesn't connect to
probably
the,
not
to the
hard to
network.
type. Hold on. They're probably only hard to type for me because I'm American, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
God
But
damn
actually,
it.
they are, I guess
Yeah.
they are easiest for me because I
mean-
have like I have a Swiss layout. Swiss layout has like the French
Yeah.
things
Accent
also
aigu?
on the layout directly.
It's hard for me because I don't know which accent it is, but
It's
the
the accent aigu.
riser.
It's not the accent grave.
is it going to
There you
the
go.
Yes,
right or
correct,
to the
correct.
left?
To the right.
Okay.
What I posted.
It's
there it
it's a
is.
stonks.
So yeah, for
Yes,
us
it's
on
a
a German
stonks.
layout, we just
Corey
press
got
the accent key, then press the letter we want, and there it is.
Well,
Because
I have
we have an accent
directly
key.
the key. I do not have
Yeah.
to press an accent key. I can
But do you have
directly-
L?
L? What is L?
What is that?
U.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, interesting.
This is on the same button for me.
Funky.
Problem being, if I want to write it like in caps lock, I like big
Mm.
capitalized numbers, I have to actually use caps lock for that.
Nice.
If I use shift, I get the E
Oh, that's funky.
on the O.
Why would you make that?
Yeah,
Why
it
would
is.
you not?
That's
Why
the Swiss
would you
layout. It's
not
so weird.
use Alt Graph? That's what the button is for.
Because it's Swiss layout.
What does
It has to
Alt
be easy
Graph
for
do
both
on the
language.
key then?
Nothing.
Wow. Cool.
Okay, after taking like 10 minutes to type in
Yes.
the password.
Oh.
So, what the so, yeah. What happened? Like, I know she like locked you out, but what happened? Sorry,
someone-
I couldn't
I mean-
wait anymore.
Someone who was there must talk about it.
She did like use
Room, answer
the
me.
amulet. She used the amulet the other guy had before.
You said knocked out. I understood locked out, and I was very confused.
Locked
Ah.
out.
Um,
She locked us out.
You out.
Ah! Paul's logging out. No.
The two party members,
And I just like,
Ciel and Pokito, you've seen the amulet. Can you describe it to us, or like draw it or something so that we can?
The one in the crate or the one that she used?
The one in the crate. I just want to see if like there's a possibility that they're very similar, and also you have a closer look at that one. And the other thing is that if I can determine anything about its provenance,
but-
where it might have come from, who something
So-
based
Just
on
so
its
you
I mean,
know,
since I've definitely seen both, can I just say if they're the same, similar? Can I, or do I have to roll like a history check or something to know if they are similar?
They are not similar.
They are not similar.
Well, that helps. That actually does help. That's information.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned it before. I probably have, but yeah. If you look at it, it's like I don't really remember exactly how it looked like because I mostly remember like the pain and well.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's
like a sense of
that's
vertigo
just
or
a him sim.
something. It's like looking at a really ugly person. Really, it's weird.
That's just the Pokito thing.
What? But no.
what do you mean? It's
no.
just a Pokito thing.
Well, I only got hurt when I touched it,
You touched
and
it?
I had obviously. What do you expect me to do?
He was
Just look
inside
at
the
it
box,
and
what
leave
did
it
you
alone?
expect?
Wait, so you could look at it without issues?
Yeah.
Why did it have a different effect on different people?
Okay.
Mm,
Theory time. Hypothesis time. Pokito is revived and thus way more connected to the soul thingy than I am.
Good call.
Thank you.
Did the amulet want to steal my soul?
Potentially. I mean, there are also other soul magics probably.
He
Well-
takes a step back.
Okay,
gonna
so
pre- I'm
a
gonna
little
press
bit
it-
high, so this seems like a good idea. So I'm going to look at the amulet.
No!
I'm since I feel like
I'm not going
I'm
to
saying
touch
some
it. I'm just going to look at it.
since I feel like I'm doing some smart stuff right now. I'm gonna prestidigitize glasses on myself again.
Very good.
Oh yeah, glasses.
So-
I maybe should wear mine.
Pyro takes the box and opens it, and hopefully turns it away from Pokito while doing this, so
Yeah, he
doesn't
looks away
see-
when she does this.
So he doesn't see the amulet. You try to look at the amulet, Pyro, but something in your Fey heritage makes you absolutely appalled of this thing. Please give me a will save if you can overcome this, like, primal disgust of the item to actually observe it, or if it forces you to look away.
I love
As I
this.
said, it's not looking at a really ugly.
And does it
Exactly
have...
how Pokito described it.
Yeah, but
Actually, I'll
I
just
didn't.
roll it and
I
you can
didn't
decide
lie
whether
as
to add
well.
The one for. I'll just roll it and you can decide whether to add the one from my pot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
No.
So
it's the same roll
you-
as I got last time.
You can look at it without much issue because you're strong of will, but its sheer existence in this world offends you.
He's so offended right now.
Does it? Does it come from somewhere I can determine?
No,
Like, does it belong to a different plane?
most likely. You've not heard of anything on your home plane causing you to have this reaction?
Either on the first plane or
Yeah.
on the material?
Yeah.
this feels like. Is there anything that I can glean from looking at it, like through Arcana or something, through my knowledge of Arcana?
Sure. Give me an Arcana check. Nice. So, you can make out the runes on it, and at least know that the language that the incantation etched into the metal surface of this amulet is written adjacent to like infernal. It's a hellish type of language, but not exactly infernal.
Are you good?
Infernal and demonic
I'm
are
gonna go
not the
ahead and
same,
cover
right?
it up again.
They're not the same, yes.
Okay, because I
I'm gonna go ahead
can
and cover
I
it.
can speak
Sorry.
demonic.
It's
I'm gonna
not
cover it
demonic
up
either.
again.
You couldn't read the
And
runes.
Yeah.
tell Pokito, it's safe again. Sorry,
Okay.
that was impulsive of me.
I wouldn't have expected anything else.
Seems
I think
everyone
it's
is
infernal in
impulsive
origin.
What's that condescending? I'm sorry.
No, I think you're
I'm
right.
surprised at how clearly I'm thinking. I want to take a nap.
So since both of you dislike the thing, can we put it in my backpack?
I mean, Wes hasn't looked at it yet.
I don't want to
I'm-
know. No, 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 no,
No, I'm curious.
That's the
No,
only
no,
smoke
no, I'm
among
not.
us.
Nice.
I am not. No,
Maybe after you ate the Swedes.
no, not after what happened to the dogs. No, I do not know.
So I can get it into my backpack, right? It can be mine. Please?
Yes.
Can I have it?
Yes.
It's for me?
Yes.
Whatever.
Wait, didn't it?
Please do. Take it from my presence.
Yes.
I'd open my backpack and hold out the package over it in a way that without them seeing it, the amulet falls inside.
But yeah,
Without
so
me having to touch it again.
now that
If you
two
look
of
for
you
your phone inside that backpack.
now that three of you have like seen the amulet properly, I want to give at least like an overview of how it looks. It's made out of two parts. It's a metal unknown to any of the three of you that have looked at it. The sheen and the color, it's either like painted in some way, or it's a metal foreign to the planes you're from. And it's shaped with a slightly serrated edge, but not evocative of anything. It's not like a sun or a flame, it's just slightly jagged. And inset in the middle with like claws grasping it like a ring is this amber-colored kaleidoscopic gemstone. That's
Do I
and
recognize the
etched
gemstone?
into the metal are those runes. Those strange symbols nobody can like recognize the language of. You do not recognize the gemstone.
If I can look at it without problem, I can just cast translate. I'm gonna
don't
go
see
back
why
into a
not.
crate.
Don't touch it.
Is there anything else in that crate?
Would you like some part?
I have a question. How do you get it out of your pocket now?
I
Empty your whole bag.
Rotate.
I just emptied my bag. I
Wait,
do have
you-
an extra backpack that just has a bird and a bat doll, an ordinary mask, and some flint and steel inside it.
I'm kind of afraid of what happens to those if
What do you mean?
if they've spent too much time with the amulet. Just saying.
Oh, and it's no problem.
I'll be fine.
Oh my god! Imagine dropping the amulet in like a very busy plaza or something, and everyone looks at it and it dies.
Anyways, I'm gonna cast translate.
No.
Cool. Thank you for your level 2 spell slot. You cannot read the runes.
Cool.
And
I cannot read the runes.
You are looking at it, and
What?
to you, it's all like a jumbled mess of characters. It's like looking at gibberish. You do not know what the language is because Translate doesn't grant you this ability, and despite being able to now understand the individual characters, the writing doesn't make sense as a expression of words.
would Translate give you the ability to read wingdings?
Depends.
So I think the more likely my thought on it, and this is out of character because obviously Pyro's not looking at it, would be it's more like looking at raw pure math. You understand the language, but it's not language, not in that sense.
Kinda, yeah.
I'm gonna take some of my cloth and grab the amulet with that and put it back into my backpack with all my other stuff. How do I write it down?
Is cloth enough?
I don't know, we'll find out.
Yeah.
And I do have an Archmage flame patterned robe. I think I stole that from the one Archmage.
Ah,
We
really? So yeah, it does look really unpleasant, doesn't it?
Not to me, no.
I'm
That's
surprised.
just a
That
you
I'm
thing.
surprised about that.
Can I write out everything, like the letters that I saw on a piece of paper or on my phone, so I can at least occasionally try to unravel?
So
What
what
it
you
says.
can do is you can like put down like descriptions of the ideas these symbols represent, because this seems to be it doesn't seem to be an alphabetic language.
Okay.
And you can arrange them like in the same way they are arranged on the amulet. So maybe if you can find something similar in the future, you can compare if it's the same incantation or something.
Okay, we have the amulet now. And Belle knows all of her faces now.
No,
No?
I don't think she actually saw me. I think.
Yeah, I
No,
think-
you were
I
up.
think they-
You were
they
up
didn't see us.
top.
Up top?
I think you're the only one who's unknown still, but that's still good. That's incredible. That's an ace in our sleeve.
That means you can use your hidden power.
The power of friendship.
No, unknown can use hidden powers. That's a move.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
wrong avenue. just what type? Fighting.
Ah.
Funny.
Yes.
I mean, technically, Vess is a bug.
I mean, I'm not 100% sure she doesn't know who I am.
I think I'm a
but
fairy type.
I don't think she actually saw me. Like, saw me.
So that's good. But like,
Maybe.
I think
So
that means
our
we
goal
can
was to
also
investigate
rule out
Belle.
you as being the he.
Sure.
are you just saying that she didn't see you because you don't want to be the he?
No, because I was up there, and I mean, she never actually looked at me. And for the cast she did with the amulet, I was just like in range. I don't know if
Oh
she
my
maybe
God.
felt that I was there. I don't know. Maybe
What
she
if
did.
there were dock workers and they got hit by that too and we didn't look for them?
Well, they're all dead now, so
I guess you're right.
I'm sure their colleagues found them. Maybe.
Someone will
we
find
could potentially.
Oh God, you're right. My colleagues.
them.
Ah, yes.
No, so what are we doing? So first of all, you look like
Resting.
shit. Do we want to talk about it after we've all slept?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
I don't. Maybe
Good
maybe
idea.
we'll get like maybe Marie will try to contact us like later again. I don't know.
Yeah, we have reception. Well, Wi-Fi.
Internet connection. I go ahead and send Marie a message going, the chickens are in the coop and they have the egg.
Marie, like, what the
What?
hell?
As far as we know, there are no foxes.
Is that racist to CL?
That's racist to both CL and Bell.
Well,
The
CL is not a chicken.
yeah,
Every bird is a chicken.
Everybody is chicken.
and
Everybody.
I'm saying that eggs are precious, and
Egg.
also, wait,
Or
hold
what
on.
do you call baby birds? A chick.
I think there are probably.
What do you call a
birds
hot
that
woman
people
like
eat.
Belle? A chick?
Chick.
Yeah.
No.
Ha! Anyway, Marie still is like, what?
We're safe.
Egg.
We're breathing.
That's good. You should rest.
Thank you.
Way ahead of
And then I
ya.
conk out.
Good night.
I just fall asleep wherever I am,
Nice.
you know, I just let the
Search
pot
for
hit
a
me
bed.
and
Are there
Yay.
beds
Okay.
that are comfortable? Like
Yes.
it's eccentric, so
Yeah, it is.
maybe some of these beds are just for show.
No, all of the beds are real.
Okay.
And they are like, really
Wes is gonna make a
comfortable.
cocoon with a blanket.
I start to fall asleep on the table and Little Claw actually picks me up off of the table and then curls up with me in a corner.
Ves is reliving
Not on a bed, just
his larval state by creating a chrysalis out of a blanket.
Delightful.
I'm gonna
This
I'm
feels
gonna-
safe.
I'm gonna lie down next to Pyro and Little Claw and use my backpack with the now amulet inside it as a pillow.
I think that in her sleep.
Pokito, and is not the only one on social beds.
In her
I
sleep,
think
Pyro
we're the only ones
starts
that actually go to bed.
cuddling into CL's feathers because they're comfy and cozy.
I think
Maybe I should
Pokito
just go
is
home.
looking for a shower, taking a shower, and taking like an hour with a
We're all
hair
covered in
dryer.
blood.
Yes.
No.
No.
No,
All
so-
covered in blood.
just
Hey.
Pokito is covered in blood.
A lot of
Oh, that's
people
true.
have a lot of fur, so there's full body drying chambers that are really common on this planet. You just kind of step in, T-pose,
I
and you
like
step out
I
dry.
imagine the ones that are in amusement parks, right?
Yeah.
This one's like that. Yeah.
Dry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your jacket
dryers.
is now dry.
barbaric.
What happens
And
if
then
Pyro?
Pokito uses a real bed.
Nice.
What happens if Pyro cuddles into Ciel's feathers because the feathers are comfy and Ciel then turns into goop because of a bad dream?
Oh no! Pyro Pyro wakes up and goes, I killed him.
Oh
No! What have I done?
God
Yes. Ah,
She looks over at Pokito.
Oh.
It's raining.
it's time for you to press the eep button.
Yes, it is.
I did.
Rest
Very
for the
good.
night. Yes.
Rest
Yay.
for the wicked.
It also should auto restore your hit points.
Yep,
Ciel
I'm at
did
25
now.
have no luck on his restoration roll.
Oh no!
7 is kind of
You were the worst off of us too.
It really
Well-
got flattened by a little claw.
I mean, I only have 14. So that's awesome.
But now we can do my daily prep spells.
Oh, daily preps. Yeah, I love that.
spells?
Yeah. How do I target myself if I'm not on the map? Can we pop me
Daily
into
prep,
the
you
map
don't
real fast
need-
so I can target myself? Or did...
This Ciel's
Can one
restores.
use a hero point to reroll health regain after sleep? Although maybe you don't want to, actually.
Wait, I don't think it's rolled.
No, I think it's.
Yeah,
a
no,
fixed-
it's just the reason that Ciel didn't restore that much is because Ciel only has 1 con. And your
Oh
rest,
my God.
your rest restoration is your con multiplied by your level.
Oh, that's terrible.
It is.
I should get more con apparently.
Yeah. If you want more heals, you want more con.
No.
I mean, I have a lot of heals. That's fine.
Good night's sleep, everyone.
Uh,
As if
But-
like
but
I
yeah,
got
how
run
do-
over by a truck.
That's kind of relevant. How do I target myself if I'm not on the thing?
You don't.
you don't.
It's the funny
That's
thing.
the neat part.
Because how do I apply the buffs to myself?
Later.
Okay.
I should also probably advance the timer to dawn.
Don't try. Okay.
Okay,
so that debuffs fall off.
I like
I
not having
am-
viewers. That's green.
I am going to drink some cot.
Yeah. I mean, I can put you on the map real quick
Because-
if you want to drag,
because I
drag
don't
the
want
buff onto
to,
yourself.
I don't want to be
Okay.
stupefied, so I have
We'll
to
do
drink
that
cot.
again.
It's
There
important.
we go.
Oh, rip. It's just an A to C.
Oh,
Sad.
This
I
day.
need to roll against.
Goodbye.
I need to roll against addiction to flayleaf.
Yes.
Success.
Anyone needs to heal, by the way.
Huh?
I'm touchable again.
The funny healing aura is back.
Oh,
Funny
Can
healing
I
aura.
I touch.
Yes.
I touch.
I touch.
I
Who
asked
touches in-
first. Can I touch?
Yes.
Go in order. West asked first. West can touch first. That would be the 40-10.
40-10 of
Let me
healing.
heal that for.
Oh, actually, no. I feel like
Ah.
Pokito should be next. So Poki.
Uh,
so
Well, okay. So you have to. You have to roll. Who has to
I
press the button?
I don't know. I would say I voted for you because I'm the caster.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I actually feel really fine, and you look like you.
34
You look
HP
like
for
shit.
Vest. Let's go.
That's actually.
That's a lot of healing.
you feel really
That's a
fine.
lot of
Okay,
healing.
then I'll do.
That's a
I'll
lot
do-
of healing.
Yeah, Pokito is at 98 health.
Oh my gosh, you're incredible. You have 1 less than my full health, my max.
My character is like 16 and can wake up refreshed, which is a skill you lose in your late 20s.
Ah, yes.
So you want the next one, Power?
That's actually right.
Ah.
The next one is
fine now.
48. That's gonna
Yeah,
be
do you want the next one? I said.
yes.
Just that we confirm who wants what.
Yeah.
19. Oh, I can't
Heal.
select my token. I'll just add 19.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Just do it
Yeah.
manually.
And
Oh, look!
and for
This
my-
is green! Whee!
Yay! I'm feeling fine now again. Thank you.
Pyro's green!
and for myself, I'll just flavor it as my waking up ringtone.
Nice. The most soothing melody.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Hey, everyone except me using green, that's good enough.
Ah, yes.
Wait, can
Living.
only the person who is the target of motivating ringtone hear this?
No, everyone can hear it. I just, I'm the
Ah.
only one who takes health.
Okay.
You all get a speed bonus from that.
Speed. Yes.
Speed
Oh my god.
For 1
The
minute.
speed bonus for getting ready. That's amazing.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
plus one
Wait a
status,
minute. I'm
status
getting ready
bonus
very
to saves
fast
against
this
fear
morning.
effects.
Once
Like the
per
morning
round,
anxiety.
Either you or an ally can use an interact to supplicate and lay hands on you to regain hit points. So someone could touch you twice.
Yeah, you could touch me twice. If you really want to touch me multiple times, you can touch me multiple times.
I would like to touch you.
context.
I would like to touch you some more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
For that.
There
that
is your
sweet
46.
Yeah.
13 more hit points.
Excellent.
Whee!
Cool. I am at like
Living.
3/4 health, which is great.
Mm.
Should we use that 44?
Uh.
Yeah, I'll use that 44 if nobody else will. I will touch you a third time.
Wow.
Can I- No, let me ask something else first. Can I touch myself?
Yes,
I
you
don't
can
know.
touch yourself. You absolutely can touch yourself.
I don't
Either you
know.
or ally can use an interact action to supplicate and lay hands upon you to regain hit points.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds like
Either
I touch
you
myself.
or an
There's no
ally.
shame in that.
It says either you or an ally.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I'm gonna
Please
use
do
that for
touch yourself.
myself.
7
Yay!
hit points.
touch yourself in
Woo!
front of all of us.
Give yourself a hug. Use some
Yeah.
knife.
Uh,
I need some
I love
desperate
Nia's
healing.
just like,
Now I'm fine again.
Nia's just like, let's make this wholesome again.
Yes.
Because we for sure didn't.
To be fair, I'm also not that worried because when we're actually in combat, I can get temporary hit points from the enemy.
yes.
Yeah. That is an awesome ability, by the way. That's so cool.
Mm.
Yeah, it's actually a good healing spell, which is something
Yeah.
we don't have in D&D. Song of rest my ass.
So,
What good healing
what's
spells?
the plan? What do we do at this point? I think we need someplace secure to keep the amulet, because even if it's not useful to us in any way, it is something that they wanted.
Mhm.
So, so we have people whose entire thing is, well, the guys from the Ouroboros station, like what's their names again? These people, right? We could just
The researchers?
yeah, well, maybe we can just mail the package to them.
think that's
and
a very
be like,
bad
hey,
idea.
look at this, but don't wink. I don't
No,
know.
that's a very bad idea because, like, the station belongs to
Right. It belongs
Oh,
the company
right.
that Bell
It
works
still
at.
belongs
That's a
to Bell.
very bad idea.
No, I think that's a great
Um,
idea. I think you should do that.
Yeah, just,
However-
why not just let us just send the package
Yeah.
back to Bell?
I would love you to give the
I love
package
that.
back to my bad guy.
We
could
can give
reach
the
out
package
to-
back, but the amulet is already in my possession.
We could reach out to
It's just a box.
someone from the Jinshen and potentially have them take it off world.
I mean,
but it exactly didn't work.
Are you talking
so
about
bad.
my amulet that's in my backpack that I'm gonna keep because it's cool?
You guys
I
are
understand.
well,
because
you
of-
can
We
go
wanted
with
to come.
the amulet.
No, don't. No, he's my best friend. I think maybe my only one.
Wait, are you talking about me?
Yes. You can't
Interesting.
leave. I need you.
Anyways.
You make people hate me less. It matters.
You make me look good, like having
You
an
do.
ugly friend next to you, so you look hotter.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
That's the worst.
Damn.
Oh, cool! My ceiling lamp is breaking.
Legitimately, you actually took a feat in order to cover for a downside from traveling with Pyro. I think that's like
love.
that's pretty big. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
love.
Saying that as if I just took the feat. I also don't create water because I'm traveling with Pyro.
Yeah.
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 You're like the Pyro mitigation
Well,
squad.
Why don't you discuss amongst yourself what you're gonna do next while I take a toilet break?
Okay.
At the very
don't know,
least, I
maybe-
think we should. At the very least, can I buy you a something like some sort of secured bag of holding or something to put it in?
It's in a bag with my bird and adult. I don't know what's more protected.
Something that
I
has
think
a
there are a
lock
lot
on
of
it.
places that are more protected than that. But yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Maybe we should maybe we should try to like ask Marie if she has a plan. No.
I
What
mean,
if I
Marie
eat it?
always seems to have a plan, which is great.
Didn't it hurt when you touched it? Do you think eating it would be good?
No.
I mean,
Maybe I should just abandon this whole quest and just go home again. I should
take the
contemplate my
amulet
life
and leave.
choices.
I don't. I fear if you go home, you might endanger, like, what's his name again? Benji?
My dad.
Most people don't know that Wes is with us.
But-
They don't see Wes, and if they see, they die.
This is just a wasp on the wall. So, we wanted to find out for sure that Belle is like big, deep in enemy plans stuff, right? And we already knew this, but now we know for sure because we've seen it with our own eyes, so that's good.
Yeah,
Like,
but we
literally
still
the
don't
only
know
thing
what
we have-
kind of cult thing that is. And we don't know what they actually want, right? We have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
We basically.
I mean,
couldn't-
we have to get this amulet to someone who can tell us what the fucking deal with it is.
Okay, so we're gonna ask maybe the principals of academia. Who
I mean,
is my mom.
that would be a good shot.
That's a
I don't
great
know.
plan. Academia. Oh no, that's a great plan because academia already secures major threats.
Yeah, and capitalism
know.
doesn't have much of an impact there.
I don't know how people constantly
Well,
forget
less.
that I do have connections.
I know.
Because you
Pyro's
don't act
sitting
like
there.
it.
Pokito's like capitalism has less of an effect there. Pyro, whose brother bought his way into the school,
That's not none.
less of an effect.
Well, there's just a building named after Lucky Rock now.
But that is still an excellent idea. I don't think that even my family could buy access to the central portion of the tower. We have no idea what's in there.
So what nobody in the Lucky Rock family knows is that academia would have just accepted your brother without any contribution. They just took your money because you're all idiots.
Yep.
That's
Which,
actually
to be
great.
fair, I would
You know,
do the
that
same.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah, that's good.
And meanwhile, like, Kate just considered it a guarantee, so
Yeah.
she's like, all right.
Oh,
Write a check.
you're selling your Nintendo DS. Oh, I don't know. How much do you want for this? Like $400? Yes.
I don't know what would it cost? Like $50?
Fucking banana post.
Mm-hmm.
She's out there being Thancred for real.
Yeah.
Alfino. So yeah. I mean, we got this amulet now, and we have to get rid of it, or well, give it to someone who knows what to do with it.
We have to find out what it does, and then I'll keep it, no matter what it does. Thank you.
No,
It's mine now.
no.
It can be yours, but can your
Please. Please.
No.
girlfriend
No.
hang on to it
I
for you?
I just gave you high fives.
Just out of
Okay,
curiosity,
no.
do you listen to
All
your
right,
mother?
all right.
I do not feel safe with that thing around, so no.
No, it's... I understand wanting a thing, coveting it greatly, and I want you to have it. But I also really, really don't want our enemies to have it.
Okay,
That's...
Okay, I have a compromise. We'll find out what it actually does, and depending on what it's supposed to do, if the effect is not too bad, I can keep it. It just hurts people if they touch it, which is potentially useful.
But
Valid? Excellent. I agree.
wait, you did
All in
touch it,
favor?
and
I,
it did
I
hurt
still
you.
think you shouldn't take it with you.
But
Well,
can...
I mean, the
I still
plan
wanna
right
know
now
what
is
it
to
does.
take it to academia, to find out what it does first.
Correct.
And then we can continue discussion of what we do after finding out what it does.
So, how do we get to academia? I know it's just a trip. It's not like plane hopping.
We're going on a trip.
But I'm afraid like we are boarding all like a plane, and everyone in the plane turns out to be like evil bad guy who's just
Pyro,
killing
give me a
us.
phone.
Pyro hands over her phone.
Oh
Thank
my
you,
god!
Sam.
Be
that
careful.
connected-
Don't change any of my settings.
Okay, I'm changing the keyboard.
Oh, god damn it.
And then I'm gonna enter Joanne's number and ask, hey, CL here. I'm currently not connected to the network, and I'm using a friend's phone. We have an artifact that hurts me if I touch it and makes the other people very angry if they look at it. Can you help us with Aunt Willow to get it to academia?
Give me a persuasion check.
I don't know if I'm good at those.
getting left on red thing.
Persuasion. Where's persuasion?
If she fails, you have to do a will save or cry
Oh,
for an hour.
there's no persuasion on this one. There's diplomacy
Your
and
girlfriend
there's
is like, you
diplomacy.
forgot.
deception.
You forgot our anniversary.
It's
How
not
dare
my
you?
it's not my girlfriend. It's my mother.
Hmm.
It's
Right,
Denise's
right,
girlfriend.
Right. different characters.
It is also your girlfriend, but not CL's girlfriend.
Can I change that to an 8 so it's at least a bit better? So it's at
Sure.
least a 21.
Okay,
Anyone?
that's good.
21.
21.
Do anyone?
I'm
Oh.
voting bad today, but at least I have a lucky number.
Yeah, so like a second after CL presses send on that text message, everyone who has hair has their hair stand on end due to static electricity in the room building up slowly. As
Pyro
suddenly,
dives for cover.
Oh god, I can't see.
I
With
guess
a-
Wes would feel it in the feelers, right?
Yeah.
But like not. Yeah.
How do
As
feathers react to
suddenly-
that?
I don't know.
Those
I don't know if this work.
Pyro dives for cover.
You, with like a loud cracking sound, a rift tears open in the middle of the room, splitting the wooden table in half, as a very worried-looking fox lady with 9 tails steps through and goes over to CL, just reaching her hand out and looking at you demandingly.
Hand over the
You're
backpack.
right.
Good morning to you too.
Pyro
Morning.
stands up and dusts herself off like nothing happened. Good evening. Good morning.
Yeah, I'll hand over the backpack, the entire backpack.
Without
Looks down
saying
in
a
shame.
word, she takes out the backpack, takes out the box that contains the amulet, and using it as like a pointing tool. Where did you find this?
In a box.
I stole it.
We stole. We stole it from someone.
Yeah, we stole it.
Well, I shot
Ves-
it out of her hands, I guess.
In
Yeah.
in
And then
our
Pokemon picked it up.
defense, she is a corporate competitor. And also
Our
almost
defense, she
destroyed
did
Evil.
almost kill us.
She's evil. We fucking... And then she used another amulet that made all of us freaking unconscious.
It's more important that she's a competitor than what she did to all of you.
No, it isn't.
You were unconscious.
Don't you
higher and higher pitch.
Becoming a potato.
That's a good song.
Or was it a bread? I think it was a bread in the meme edit.
I don't know.
I still love that your actions have consequences around is about Sonic.
I won't.
Where will you learn?
I won't. I won't hesitate, bitch.
That's a different video. Anyway,
Yeah. I
so
know.
Peek 2.
they look at it. And they're like,
Poketop looks away immediately.
open the box just briefly. Oh. Close the box again.
Oh.
You're not keeping this.
Thank you. Someone makes sense. Oh my god. Do you know these idiots? Like every fucking one of them wanted to look at it and touch it, and I don't know what to do with them. Mass fucking
Did it because I-
breakdown.
You're just having a full breakdown because you've been traveling with these idiots for all of this time.
Right now, because of what happened yesterday. Yes, Wes is very much on edge right now.
None of us have self-preservation, and you are not having it anymore.
Can I at least know what it does and why I shouldn't keep it?
This is called an amber prison.
Another
It's
prison?
Prism,
Designed
Oh.
right?
to imprison
Yes,
any
prison.
magical creature, even those who can split themselves into halves. So, if something is imprisoned inside, it will seek to imprison everything like it with it, with the original prisoner, so that even a mage possessing clones they can transfer their soul into would be imprisoned. Even if the thing
So what-
inside the prison is dead, it will still seek out the remaining
It's,
parts of the prisoner.
So when I
Does it
touched
use-
it and it seared into my hand, that was it trying to imprison me?
No, I don't know why I did that.
Okay.
Does it? Hold on. So, because is it soul based? Is that how it determines who the prisoner is and what is like?
Not soul based, no. Essence based. It also works on things that don't have souls.
Can
Isn't
it
that
be
great power?
tuned? Yeah. No. What? What are you saying? That's so mean.
So why can't Sia look at it and we can't?
No. Hold on. I'm thinking
You
about
can't.
Pokito.
Mm.
Because this might have something to do with if Pokito is uniquely susceptible, then Pokito might be the he in question. I'm sorry, let me catch you up.
What do you mean can't look at it?
The person well, both of us thought it was disgusting, but it
Yeah,
No,
it's
I
kind of
actively-
revolting to look at.
Didn't she
Like-
actually get like a nosebleed something from it?
Yeah, it actively hurt Pokito to look at.
Really?
Did it? Yeah, I don't
Did
Didn't
remember.
it? I thought you took damage.
I was trying to get away from Belle. And
think
from
you took damage,
like my
but-
hands, from my innards. I don't know.
But like it didn't feel good
I
and
don't
stuff.
remember.
Oh, maybe I'm misremembering. Okay.
So the
I mean, in
player,
that moment, didn't you-
the
didn't
player
you also-
doesn't know, and Pokito will just.
Hmm.
be
I mean, in
oblivious.
that moment, didn't you also touch it? Same as I
Oh.
did.
I think I tried to. I think I picked it off the ground and put it back into the box.
Oh, that could have been that.
Yeah, that could have been.
Okay, so maybe you.
Wait,
did
so
touch- okay, yeah, I
why
didn't
would-
remember it clearly as well, but yeah, I think you did that. Yeah. Okay.
Is it possible to use this against something with divinity?
Yes. It can imprison
Assuming that
anything,
even a dead god.
even a living god, if you get close enough.
So the enemies in question are connected to a cult that is associated with a temple that stole something, an artifact from a temple that was dedicated to a dead god. We retrieved the artifact, we sent it for analysis, and then they attempted to do something at that station which caused damage to the plane. We looped in it until we could contain the reaction and stop it from happening. And that can be. You have Quetzal dragons, right, at the university?
A handful, yes.
They might have noticed the material plane was temporally messed up for a while.
I'm aware.
That was because of this, of the object that they stole.
Mhm.
And then once we were able to unwind that problem,
Oh yeah, the object had a dead god in it, so not the entire, but like piece. That was
Right,
like the leading
right.
theory.
Interesting.
we still have the artifact in our control. Should we use the amulet to trap it so that it can't be? Or no, they had the amulet, they wanted to do something with the amulet. So we probably shouldn't take steps because it might be what Belle wants.
Can you like use the amulet and pick up the pieces, like puzzle pieces, put together all the dead god pieces inside the amulet, and then like
Break it?
break it? That would be fucked up.
Hmm. It depends. What's the other
There
prison
are
like?
runes. The other prison.
Pyramid.
Pyro's gonna go ahead and try and describe it from the arcane perspective of like what she understands about it after all of the research that she's, that she paid for.
Don't think I've heard of anything like it.
It was leaking,
That ain't good.
right?
Yeah, but it also was in a ritual, and we saw something being in the sky after the ritual thing. That
Oh,
didn't
that's true, the
completely
ritual at the
succeed,
church.
but it makes sense that potentially could have caused a leak.
Maybe
To
if
me.
they try to break it open to retrieve the part of their deity
Right.
in it, they damage the seal, which caused it to leak.
Oh, the poor seal.
It leveled an entire cathedral on. She says the world name, even though I don't remember it because the player is dumb.
Yes.
It has been
Malaysia.
months.
Placeholder.
Yeah, placeholder.
Hmm.
Gifferon.
Very strange.
Gifferon?
Something like that. Something with a G.
Gifferon? Yeah.
Is it GIF or GIF?
No.
in Asmia
Uh.
is the place the
The
country
kingdom names was
where it was.
Esmia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is worrying development that I wish I would have been informed of sooner.
We had it under control.
Well, I have your number now.
Did we though?
You've had my number before. Well, not you, your mother. You're the Lucky Rock kid, aren't you?
So, something you should understand about my relationship with my mother is that it is one part love, one part respect, one part fear, one part a desire to murder? It's not hate.
And then 30 minutes for at 400, right?
It's a murdering
Yes.
curiosity.
Hmm.
So
Well.
like, you know,
My Uncle Al is far more likely to share information with me.
Hmm.
so when Joanne or Willow, no clue,
Joanne.
Joanne.
said when Joanne said that oh, you're the Lucky Rock kid, was there like contempt in her voice, curiosity?
No, just putting together who that is. In real time.
Okay, thinking out loud.
She considers me her friend.
I do.
Nice.
I would bury bodies for CL.
Not that nice.
That sounds useful.
I mean, we have left a lot of bodies unburied.
That's true. I would provide an ironclad alibi for CL.
Hmm.
That sounds
Better. But yeah, no, this
Well-
could. If.
And then she indicates Pokito and Ves, and these are my conscience.
Mhm.
Our conscience.
I think
We like
I
to
have
ignore
a
it.
very wrong
Conscience.
view. I don't know.
Da, da,
da,
da.
So basically, if this is the strongest imprisoning spell in play, it could feasibly pull other parts of the prisoner into it from wherever they are.
Do you think they wanted to pull out like the dead god part in that other artifact with it?
That's what I thought. That's why I raised my hand at some point. That maybe both
That is a very
both things contain part of the dead god.
So if it's this important, why didn't Belle kill you or like take you in so she can use you as like as a means of like blackmailing or like coercing the Jinchen crew to?
Who is the you
Yeah.
you're talking about?
Well, the 3 people who lied almost dead after Belle just wiped the floor with you.
Oh, that's what you
I
mean.
mean, you had the
I don't know.
Yeah.
you had the artifact.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I have your friends. Give back the amulet, and you have them. You can keep them alive.
I don't really know what she did because we kind of fell unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh.
But there was the thing she said, which is we still have use for them, for him.
For him. Yeah, that's what I heard before I fell unconscious.
Yeah. If one of you is the him, the other 2 are dispensable, aren't they?
Well, what if the him in that sentence referred to you because you had just been partly eviscerated, and then the rest of us are all included in the we have use for?
Maybe.
It was a question of
I mean,
restraint.
The only thing I can do is like run and do kick. I've learned how to do kickflips, by the way.
Wow.
Well, that's awesome. Can you show us? I want to see a kickflip.
I don't have a skateboard.
Papa Ollie for the girls.
Oh man.
The dropout brain rot is real.
But yeah,
Ollie for the girls.
it's so weird. So maybe if this is like a, I'm like, I trust Belle to like do anything weird. Like, oh yeah, I will carry this trap with me and pretend that they. I don't know. That doesn't sound correct. She really seemed to be angry that Wes shot it out of her hands.
How did
I
she even
think
know
that
that
she
we were
has-
there?
Huh?
How did she even know we were there?
I don't think she did. I think she
Maybe-
was there to retrieve the amulet, and we ambushed her, and she just happened to be way more powerful than us. And
Didn't she actually like call us kind of out?
I think, wasn't that after she'd already spotted CL?
I had a
No,
gunshot and
it
ran,
wasn't.
so I don't know.
Yeah, she called us out after I messaged her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
but I
just
don't know
out-
that. You didn't tell the party that you
Out,
did that.
out of character.
My
I'm
character
telling you.
doesn't know that. I know that. My character doesn't.
Okay, I was
She
confused.
called us
if,
out,
if
and I reacted.
yeah, I was confused if you don't, as a person don't, as a player don't know,
No,
or if
I know.
yeah, okay,
I
good.
I remember
did not-
what it was, but like
I
my
didn't
character
remember
doesn't.
that it was something we didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, super
That's
weird how she
what
noticed
that's why
us.
I asked it now. So like yeah, maybe like my
Yeah.
character would like to know like how did that even happen?
Yeah, super weird how she noticed us suddenly.
Is that
It could have just been high perception. Like,
Insight!
incredibly perceptive.
yeah? Is that,
Trust me.
is that obvious enough to us for us to insight check? To
You
us
can
Honestly,
do
I think
it. You
identify-
can do it contested if you
Wes-
want to. CL roll a
Wes is
deception
kind
and
of
you do
sus about CL.
a
like-
perception contested. Open perception on this one, because it's funny if it's contested.
Perception.
Yeah. All perceptive abilities are rolled into perception. Yeah.
CL.
But yeah, in the whole
What
discussion
did
of
you
like
do?
how did she even know we were there? Joanne would go like, yeah, but you're all relatively weak still. You have no idea how sharp a person's perception can become with training.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah, but it felt very specific, you know.
I don't think anyone's ever managed to pull one over on my grandfather.
On what's that to do with your grandfather?
He's just incredibly perceptive. It's impossible to sneak around his house. It's just impossible.
I can
Oh, you're
promise
saying
you,
that with age and training, people can be more perceptive. Okay, yeah.
Precisely,
I
yes.
can
yes.
promise
He
you
has
that
really
not
good
a
hearing aid.
single one of you would manage to hide from me, even with your best effort.
I would like to say challenge
that's not what I
accepted, but I
meant, it was
don't
just
think
like
it's a
because-
challenge we can win.
It was so specific how she called it out. So I was like, there was something, you know?
Hmm.
Because otherwise, I think she would have, if she already said like they should
Yeah.
kill us, she would have just left without doing anything.
But if she hadn't noticed us, you wouldn't have shot the thing out of her hands,
Yeah.
right?
No, I wouldn't.
And now we have the thing. We are
Right.
all alive for some reason, and everything's fine. And we have Miss.
For certain values are fine.
We have
Well-
this dear lady with us now, and
You have
Everything
some
dandy?
mysteries to solve. It sounds, but I'm going to keep this thing far away from you. If only
a good
to
idea,
also
thank
keep
you.
it
On-
far away from the other artifact that you have in your possession.
Is it
That's
possible?
a good idea, thank you.
Is it possible that you can do something with the other artifact?
Maybe. What is it you want
Some
me
way
to
of
do?
sealing it so that it doesn't leak.
Hmm. Maybe.
I mean, Aethisia is probably paying out of his ass just to have it in the rover station, right?
Is it still on the Aurora station? No, I
Did you
thought we took
take
it with
it?
us.
I think we
didn't.
took it with us again.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure we didn't.
I
Because
think we didn't. We
Because
didn't
they're
leave
still
it there.
researching it, right?
It should be on the Genshin.
yeah, on the
Oh.
Jinshan. Okay.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
it's not with us, but
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Exactly. We don't took it here.
The problem that I have is that artifact, and I don't know how many others there are like it, or other things around that present its level of danger. If it has the ability to cause damage to the firmament of the plane, well, I'm one of the idiots who lives here, and I'd rather it not. So
Yeah. Also, I don't know how often we died in that loop because we only remember the last two.
3, 4,
3. 3.
3?
3.
I can count.
Nah.
But
I
not too
spent
far.
one of those loops for 8 hours in a meeting room. It was the worst.
Yeah, and you called Belle like really attractive like 3 times.
She is. She's so competent. My God. How do you not see it?
I agree. I spent most of that loop under a bucket. I don't know what's worse.
Well, I felt a competence tickling my
We
liver.
are not the same.
Hmm.
She has fingernails that shine like diamonds
and cut like diamonds.
and cut through red tape.
Hello, my name is Red Tape.
Well,
Yes, I'm kind of pissed about it.
I think Pokito is a bit cranky today.
You know, it makes it harder. The reactions.
So
Powerful women. Everyone either loves them or hates them. It's great.
if you find out anything about the artifact, are you going to like do some research on the artifact now?
I know what it is. The only interesting
Oh,
part is what's
right.
in it. And I'm not gonna get it out.
Well, at least it's safe with you. I hope.
How likely is it that there are multiple of it?
Of this thing.
Yes.
I think that when they were created, they made about 20 of them.
Okay, so it is possible for them to have a backup.
If they have
Or to
another
acquire
part of
one.
this prisoner readily
Got it,
available
got
to
it,
be
okay.
put into an amulet,
Understood.
it would really help if you knew what god this is. But until you do, I am not letting it out of this prison.
I took pictures of the church that the destroyed church that we explored first.
There was a time
I can
stop
share them.
thing on it. Maybe that helps as well.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my phone and show the pictures that I took from that first adventure. Holy shit!
Do you expect her
of
to
the-
know to know every place on this planet?
No, not
Not
every
expected, but
place,
maybe she does.
The runes, the things that we took pictures of runes, and we took pictures of the symbols on the cloaks, and we took pictures of back then we were like actually seriously documenting shit.
Because it was still an archaeology mission.
Yeah, and
And then
I think
the pyramid got stolen.
we were still pretending to be, respectable, like.
Why did you hire me again? You didn't hire me. I took a job.
Right.
Why did you take the
And
job?
I needed money.
I didn't get hired. I never got money.
are you saying
I'm
that
here
you
because I was asked to by
lied?
darkness.
Oh, that's right. I gave you a staff
Yeah.
and a cape that goes whoosh.
Yeah.
Whoosh.
Whoosh.
I wish I got money
Whoosh.
instead.
Oh.
Pyro transfers 30 credits to you.
Oh, let's go!
Hmm.
Still technically the wealthiest character in my party. 30 credits is
Yeah, I know.
gold or silver?
Pyro has no idea how much money you actually have. She's just
30
used
credits
to
is
throwing
gold or
money at
silver?
people. I think a credit is a silver.
Wasn't it correct like an electrum?
No, God,
No.
isn't it? Wait, what is an
That's
electrum?
that's the most expensive one.
Oh yeah, like it was expensive. It's like 5 silver.
Then
My
I
bad.
started-
Maths.
Since I gave him my entire backpack, do I get the backpack back, or
that's-
do I just remove the
You do,
amulets?
you do get the backpack
That's 3
back
gold. That she just Venmoed you.
with the thing not in it anymore.
Nice. Thank you, friend.
Do you think Marie will be angry with us?
That the amulet is safe? No.
Maybe she wanted
That we
the
got
amulet for
spotted.
herself.
And probably put her team, her, maybe in danger? Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Well, I need to get
Well,
back to teaching a class of unruly novice mages, and she stares at Pyro saying that, heavily implying that your brother is in that class.
Is he doing well?
He's a student.
Please
No.
get degrees.
He hasn't failed yet.
Can I well, he's smarter than me?
It is obvious
I don't-
that the type of magic practiced on Illumhyr does not come natural to a gnome. which is why he's
He's not a
struggling.
gnome.
Oh, right. That's what I forgot. What is he again?
He's a
Half-elf,
half
right?
elf.
Ah,
Yep.
still. To someone
Well, I
from the
think- I
first
think
world,
Technically,
for the first plane.
I think technically he's half elf, half gnome, though.
Whatever. Point being,
Gnilf.
it is obvious that the
Gnilf.
magic,
Gnilf.
the style of magic practiced on Illumhyr does not come natural to people from your plane, which is why he is struggling.
He is, he's always been far more like his father, which means, he has an affinity to creative magics, instinctual magics, ones that come from inspiration.
I'll keep that in mind.
Is that how you do flames?
No, I
Creative
just
flames?
like flames. I studied the arcane so I could summon Little Claw. He's how I get my magic.
Do you like flames, Little Claw?
Little
Yeah.
Claw is like red, and between his scales, they just like glow like magma, and he goes, "Yes,
Yes.
Maybe don't do that inside a wood house. Fake wooden house? Wooden.
Well, don't worry, the table's already broken.
With that said, if you find out who is in here, maybe I can give you some more help with what is going on.
We'll keep you apprised."
The domain of a god usually betrays the goals of its followers.
Ah,
That is a good call. We don't have many contacts who are particularly, well, religious in the traditional sense.
I've heard
We
you're
have
friends with an archaeologist. Maybe it's time you do some archaeology.
That sounds good. I like to do something more chill for once.
That sounds like work, but I'm down.
What better way to figure out the nature of this deity if you can dig up an old temple of it that it was worshipped in?
well, if Mary knows
be
where
one
we
again.
can find such a temple.
Weren't we at one
Wasn't
before?
that what we did first?
We
Well, it
didn't
was a
really look
church.
around though. Not really well. We just got the artifact.
Yeah.
Or tried to.
And then wasn't it destroyed after
The church, yeah.
as we
There was-
left?
There also
Yeah,
was a
like
lot of
the
hollow soup
times-
in there.
The time stop that was around the church just collapsed, and the church like got
Right.
old really fast.
So I think it may be difficult for us to find lasting remains.
Well, isn't that
Perhaps
what
if there was
archaeology is
a-
about?
Yeah.
Perhaps if there was a 1,000-year-old ruin, a 4,000-year-old ruin that was remarkably well
Maybe you should
preserved
just
on a
ask
continent.
Marie. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe asking the expert would lead to
Progress.
progress.
Okay.
I'm gonna write
We'll ask
Marie
Marie.
now.
Enjoy school.
Enjoy school.
We really appreciate your help.
You're welcome. And with that,
If
she steps back
yeah.
through the rift that is still open the whole time you were talking and closes it.
This is great.
Pyro
Why
dives
did-
for cover again, and then stands up.
It's a lot less dramatic this way around.
Okay.
Okay,
Is the table
I have a question to
down
you.
whole again?
No, the
Who's
table
you?
is still broken.
Oh.
Who wants to be
I wasn't it.
shocked? I am very loaded up with static, as you can see.
No thanks.
I think Little Claw steps forward and touches you,
Nice.
or holds out a claw for you to touch.
Yeah. all of the hairs like fall down again as the differential is the charge is dissipated. The potential.
Did the scales light up?
No.
Oh. I can see again.
Okay, so we heard about more than just the docks. There was also I do want to reach out to Marie, since that's probably going to be our next step. But the places that Bell went to included the docks and included another offsite research center.
Yeah, a medical facility and like an abandoned house in the suburbs. Not suburbs,
Abandoned
like the
house.
outskirts of town.
I kind of want to check out the abandoned house. But
I
we should
kind of
reach
don't
out
want
to...
to. Because I
Can
don't want
we
to
just
die.
talk to Marie?
Yeah, no, we
I
should talk
don't
to
want
Marie
to
first.
face
You're right.
Bell again right now. I think that's a
Yeah.
bad idea.
How long did you fight, by the way? From the sounds of it, she
at
just
least...
insta-gipped you.
Like 2 or 3 more turns.
No. We fought really, really hard. We went blow for like at least
Yeah, maybe I
half
shot
an
like
hour?
3.
20 minutes? 10 minutes?
No.
5 minutes?
I
How long
shot
did
We
fights
fought
last?
valiantly until the bitter end,
That was
is
not
what they're
awesome.
saying.
Hmm.
It was about 18
think
seconds.
All of that was in
overestimate how long
character. Pirate
Kirk
was
will
like
take us
dropping the
out.
number. How long do fights last?
It was like 18 seconds, I think. 3 turns, maybe.
Yeah.
How long would a fight last if we were strong?
Against a similarly challenging enemy.
Correct, yes.
Depends on the world.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
she did
I
instigate you,
do
okay.
love that. I do love that, like, both Pathfinder and D&D, like, fights are usually, like, fights against normal spec enemies are usually, like, under 10 turns, so rarely last more than a minute. And
D&D
that's,
fights are
like,
balanced for 3 to 4 turns.
yeah. Which is awesome because that's, like, reality where, like, the fight is usually over quickly because the longer
Okay.
you fight, the more you just turn to shit.
Unless you are having a battle, it's just going to be bop, 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 and then one person falls over.
Everything ends in a ground game, though, in a real
Yeah.
fight. And that's not true of D&D.
Yeah, in D&D, in the real world, if you have more range, you win. Like 80% of the time.
So I win.
Yep. True.
Yep,
Facts.
correct.
Wes wins.
So,
240 feet crit.
you are contacting Marie on the phone.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
morning.
Hello. We lost the
Hey,
amulet.
Marie, we need to find out what the fuck that deity was of the dead god. Send help, find archaeology place, don't know what.
I was thinking
you
the same.
catch-
We've
So-
been
so what
trying
Good!
to stop the cult from gaining more of their artifacts, but
There
I-
are more!
don't think we can really stop them for good until we figure out what they're even trying to do.
Well, for now,
Oh.
one of the artifacts is in the control of academia, which I think is
Well, that's
probably
good.
one of the most
Safe.
safe places it could be. And then we have another of the artifacts, which mostly means that I don't want us to be into. I don't want the place where it is currently being held to be involved in any altercations with Ms. Bell and her people or the cult itself until we've found out more information.
I don't think you have to worry
But
about
that does-
academia.
I don't think so either. I'm worried about the Jinshen crew.
I mean, academia is full of like mages, right? Like
Yes.
every room there are
It would
like
be a
20 people
wall.
who can like set you on flames just with a flick of their hand.
Yeah.
I mean, my brother can literally tell a your mom joke and you can fucking die.
Yo, the best
What?
Depends
kind
how
of
bad the
magic.
joke is, yeah. I'm sure.
That is cutting words in a nutshell.
You're shot, motherfucker, and nobody.
Nobody likes you. Bad memories for Pyro, I guess.
No.
Pyro die instantly to vicious mockery in that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just 400 points of damage, dead.
Short.
Shot.
Might I remind you that every single character of this team is short.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we're the shorty
We are
squad.
the
That's
short.
great.
We are very much short. Yeah.
There was like a Tumblr post which was like how different
And you
D&D
think like
classes
you
got
actually
their
do, "Oh,
powers.
I'm a short character now.
And for Bard, it was like so like the moment the first time the D&D class used their powers, like for Wizard, like finally my decades of study paid off. For Sorcerers, like my blood finally awakened. Bard, I insulted this goblin and he fucking died. uh. Okay. Small bean party. Why is everyone so short in this party?
I don't know.
I
Just wanted to play my height.
I tried to make a character who is like shorter than usual because all my characters were like 6 feet to like
Yeah.
7.5 feet or something.
Yeah.
And
I
Now I'm
also
still
tried to
everyone
make a
else
character who is
polished.
shorter than usual.
my character is like 165 centimeters, which is short for a guy, and
Yeah.
is still the tallest one in the party.
Okay, anyway.
I'm
3
sorry.
foot
I had
2.
an idea. Okay.
Focus up. I need to send you something
96
somewhere before
centimeters.
break so I can like look up a map.
Okay.
So yeah. No, I figured we
Pyro is not even
we
1
need
meter
to figure
tall.
out what this is all about. And
Yes.
I might have a hunch, but do you have anything? Anywhere
Nope.
we could look?
But the only thing I remember is like the church where we first found the one artifact. Else I
We
don't
have
really
the
know.
symbols from the cloaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
We know that like Bell and the Veil is like in cahoots. But like
Wait, do you
Joanne literally
remember-
told us to do archaeology,
Right,
to ask you, well, not to ask you, but to do archaeology.
right. We're
Hmm.
trying to figure out where to do archaeology at this point.
I mean, we could do the church again, but I don't think that we will find much.
The church was. Wait, but that does give us some estimate on how long after the time unbound and it aged to its natural age, correct?
It would have, yes.
I
Do we
mean,
have any idea? Do we have any idea how much time was trapped inside that spell?
I didn't take any samples, but I'm pretty sure we could.
I did take
Figure it
samples. Oh my god, I did take samples. I have the weird mushroom sample and the weird seed sample in my inventory right now.
Oh my god, you're right.
If you can get them to me, I can do an analysis on it.
You got it.
What?
We'll be
Why
there
did you phrase it
today.
like it's hard to reach you?
We don't know if anyone is waiting for you to try and
Oh,
board the Jinchen.
shit. I literally thought those were just a waste of space in my pack for all of this time. Oh my god.
So we should figure out what kind of domain this god is, like what the god is about.
Hmm.
Like the entire time we tried to like figure out what the deal of like the cult is.
I
And
thought that it was safe to engage them directly. But that is... Oh, Nier's gone.
Oh, we lost Nish. I cannot believe that this actually came up. Oh my god, I was just being weird when I grabbed them. I thought eventually Pyro might eat the mushrooms. Like, literally, that was my only thought when I collected them.
so the mushroom samples that aged 4,000 years after you took them.
I cannot believe I did that. This is so awesome.
Well, I
Just
guess if,
Absolute.
I guess if Nier's internet is dead, we're going to take the break now.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in 15-ish, hopefully.
Thank you, 15.
See you. The return. Hello.
Hello.
We have returned. Why is that the wrong scene? Why did it return us to the starting screen?
I don't know.
As the wrong
You tell us?
one.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing good.
There it is. Hello. Alright, we were mid-conversation of where the fuck you want to go.
Well,
I have no idea
Yes.
where I fell out of the
So
thing. I have no
Pyro has samples of the mushroom.
Yes. And so we are going to
What
bring the
mushroom?
samples to Belle.
When you were
No,
at
not to
the
Belle. Oh my
church
god.
the
Not to Belle.
first time,
She's in my head now.
Pyro took 2 samples from the location that are still in her
Oh.
inventory.
This
If
is
you can get the
20
samples
to
to Marie,
25 sessions later, possibly around 8 months real time.
Hmm.
And these things have been sitting in my inventory. I thought they were a useless bit item until they suddenly became relevant.
I think it was over a year
From
later.
where were the samples from? From the
Yeah.
the church.
from the church?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So we know how far back in time we have to travel for
Hmm.
temples of this god.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
Hmm.
Like,
Yep.
does Marie know any location? Wait, first we have to like do research on how old these things are, right? Sorry, I'm eating breakfast.
Yep.
But it could be dangerous getting to Marie, as Marie said.
It could be dangerous, yes.
And I actually don't trust the postal service to bring the samples. I mean,
I mean, at least we don't have like the amulet anymore.
yeah, we can't
Doesn't that
fuck
make
up.
it some safer, I guess. Somewhat, yeah.
You just need to make it to the Jinchen undetected.
Yay. You're so good at being undetected, apparently.
Do we have any contacts that might be able to get us from a place to a place without... We just dismissed a friend who could portal anywhere, apparently.
I mean, she had a portal open back to her classroom,
I know.
and we could have gone to academia, be like, "Hello, class, we are leaving," and
Yeah.
Jinchen could have picked them up. But we didn't. So do we just go to the Jinchen? Or
Yeah, I would ask
make up a
Marie.
location like, "Hey, we're going to go there. Please pick us up if you can."
Yeah, I
Picking
think
us
that's
up in a
probably the
fucking space
smartest way to
shuttle.
do things. How far are we from Grandpa Chuck's house?
Huh?
He has a
Who?
on my grandpa Chuck. He is on Illumhyr because he is very old, and Illumhyr has parties, and parties are a palliative care for old gnomes. So if we can get to his penthouse, then we might be... That's a relatively safe location for the Jinchen to pick us up from the helipad on the roof.
That helipad is going to be a bit small for an entire fucking spaceship.
Well, it wouldn't necessarily need to be the Jinchen that comes pick us up, but rather a shuttle. I assume the Jinchen has shuttles. Maybe it doesn't.
No,
It is a freight transport.
it's not.
Can I requisition a shuttle?
Sure, you can buy one.
Okay, I'm going
I mean,
to
how dangerous
send...
could it be? It's not like the enemy is like surrounding the place where space vessels land and take off.
Well, so
Hangar?
that's why I'm talking about Grandpa Charleston's place, because it has a private launch pad. So
Well,
if we...
to answer a question, I don't know. Why don't you roll a D100, and that is how many minutes it will take you to go to where Grandpa Chuck lives.
1 minute!
Right around the corner.
Why didn't you say so, Pyro?
One D100. 1.
One.
Amazing. One.
You would excel at playing Call of Cthulhu.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's too bad Pathfinder isn't a roll under game. 1. 1 in 100. And we get 1. That's amazing. Okay, so cool. I'm gonna send Grandpa Charleston a text that basically says, good morning, Baba. We're nearby. Could we stop by and use your helipad?
Sure.
And maybe could you requisition us a shuttle for 4 to a... Well, 5, including... I can unsummon 4 or 5 to get to low orbit.
And what am I gonna get in return for that? You're a bit deep in the favors at the moment.
I am, which is why I'm going to you and not somebody at the company. How about
We all want
I
experience, right?
What if I speak to... Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, I am good friends with somebody who's in a cult. Would you like to join a cult?
Give me a diplomacy check.
By the way, is it intended for the stream not to see what we're rolling?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a
24.
7, but it's a...
They don't need to see what we're rolling when we say it.
No, I mean,
It's not like you can you can see all the dice rolls in like dimension 20.
That's true.
Nah,
Well, they do show it on the screen, but...
Only Box of Doom.
That's... I think that...
Anyway.
I don't know if that's right. Anyway.
It is right.
yeah.
I watched an episode of it 2 days ago.
I can sweeten the deal. There is a mild curse applied to some of the artifacts that I was given as a present, and I was told to spread them around everywhere, and we would love to put one in every single room in your penthouse. We'll hide them. You can
I'm
find
in on
them.
the curse, not so much on the cult.
Okay, okay.
Very good. Okay, so you pack up your
Is that
things.
normal?
You pack up
Do
your
you know?
things.
Do you happen to know Madame Gribble's de Peeb?
No,
You asking me or your uncle?
I'm
No, I'm
afraid
talking to my-
not.
Really? Well, she's wonderful, and so is her husband. And I will send you their contact card now.
Hmm.
They know how to party.
Anyway, you pack up your things, and within a minute, you are at Grandpa Charleston's mansion thing house. This man apparently owns a skyscraper based on where you were before. Like, there isn't a lot of other things in walking distance from there.
Yeah, no. It would be the penthouse suite in a skyscraper.
Yeah.
So like the top 2 floors.
All right.
So why did we go here, not to your grandpa's immediately?
Well, I mean, I don't know.
The
I just didn't think of it, apparently.
As you say that question, you are reminded of the... If this wasn't engineered incredible well, I couldn't move this weight of the entrance door and answer your question. You're pretty sure that wooden interior weird safe house could double as a bomb shelter if it needed to.
I forgot to test out if the apple on the table was fake.
You're just gonna bite it. Oh, it's plastic.
And after the third bite, yeah, plastic.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay.
It's
So-
still plastic.
This place is like opulent. It is in one of the nicest neighborhoods in the city, at the top part of a skyscraper. And meeting you is this one's a gnome, right?
Yes, this one's a gnome.
Meeting
He
you
has
is
turquoise
a
hair.
a
and-
very eccentric-looking gnome wearing a like expensive silk robe at the moment.
I would like to, as we enter, Pyro is entering with Little Claw a little ahead of everyone else, and then Little Claw starts glowing, and Pyro leaps back, and Little Claw explodes.
Nice. Wow!
Good morning.
Good morning.
As the like dust settles, Pyro is already lighting up
Yowza!
a thing of lighting up a thing of flay leaf and handing a pipe to Uncle Chuck, to Grandpa Chuck.
Yeah, so as they bond, what is everyone else's reaction to the situation?
Confusion.
Horror.
I mean, Red's just looking between people like, and then back to the pod like, what? Huh?
Little Claw.
It's been so
Chuck.
long. I love that spell so much. I thought I was going to use it in combat first. Nope.
You cuddled with him just last night.
I know. He'll be back. It's fine.
Does it hurt him?
It immediately immolates him, but I can summon him back just fine, and I don't lose any health from the doing. Although,
So no.
It is a 20-foot emanation, so I probably didn't clear all the way out, so I probably do need to roll basic reflex. Or else take 66 fire damage and just fucking die on his doorstep.
Nah.
I'm good.
Look, Grandpa.
Boom.
When does Summoner get that spell in FF14 as well?
I know, right?
Well,
Actually, wait.
That's a Dragoon skill.
yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, it is. That's right.
dying.
Dying, yeah. Okay. So,
Just
um,
backflip off
yeah.
off the tower.
You all spend a couple of
Thanks for
minutes, like, the gnomes catch up. The plushies are hidden, presumably, in this time span. And,
If I assume that CL was cool with this plan,
Find
Pyro
the
might
plushies?
actually ask at this point.
I only have the 4 plushies you gave me. Do you have any more? We could. I would love to be able to hide one in every single room, and there are like 25 rooms.
I don't have
The
25
animated
plushies.
stuff?
So you don't want to join the cult, but you want to find the plushies and prevent the curse from spreading.
Oh no, he'll want to feel the curse.
Finding the plushies is just an additional adventure. He'll
The
gather
curse
them
is
all
just that
together. and sleep on them.
that is more favorable to joining the cult.
I have a. If I know my grandfather, and I do, he will find all of the plushies, gather them together, and then sleep on them.
very good.
Amazing.
Then 4 are enough. That's about how many Tuvik has.
Excellent.
Well, in the meantime, he would offer everyone else, like, oh, do you want to eat something? Are you thirsty? I have cereal.
Cereal. That sounds like
The
my
ones
name.
with marshmallows in them.
Excellent.
Pokito is using all the royal etiquette they have learned on the other plane to the best of his abilities. Which isn't much, but
I think as if you did that, Charleston would probably respond by saying things that are on the surface polite, but every single one of them is actually like subtly a dig.
Yeah.
That's such a brave statement piece. You are so creative
Yes.
with your wardrobe. Wow. Anyone else would look even worse than you.
Amazing.
Yes.
You have the confidence
Okay.
of a much taller man.
Wow.
Yowza!
Yowza.
So Pokidor would like decline basically everything because he isn't sure if it's safe.
Pyro would probably actually like indicate that, Charleston used to run the company and is aware of other like non-gnomes don't do this. He's not going to poison anybody but me.
Does the Jinchen have cereal?
No.
Then he takes like a
I've never had
Nice.
cereal.
like a bowl of Cheerios or whatever.
He
Do you
makes you
have-
2 bowls of cereal.
Yay!
Do you have
Cereal.
Cereal. It's the brand.
Commodore
Cereal.
Crisp,
On-
the kind that
They
I want
cheer
I
you
want
on.
the Commodore Crisp, the kind that
They have
fucks
like
up the
on,
roof
on
of
the,
your
on-
mouth.
On the flakes, you have like, you're
Uh,
doing
what?
great! Let's go! You can do this!
Have you all had Captain Crunch?
Please save me.
No.
Bad working conditions.
We don't have that
Okay.
here.
So, Captain Crunch is a cereal in the US, and I do not know why. It's tasty, but it fucks up the roof of your mouth
Mm.
all to hell. It like you can't eat it without it like eventually
Yes.
just feeling like the roof of your mouth is rough and gross, and you can't like
No.
it kind of hurts a little.
I-
That's what I want.
No.
I have a
Are you
similar.
allergic?
I have a similar
No.
thing.
No, it does this to everyone.
Yeah, no, it's probably just either very sour or just very hard. I have a similar thing with my favorite candy, which is from a German company called Hitchis. They make this amazing sour candy. They make one called Blue Dragon Tongues. It's like the fake blue raspberry
Oh.
candy flavor. And they are insanely sour. They put so much citric acid on those things that you cannot eat an entire bag in one sitting without damaging your mouth. That's how sour they are.
Wow.
That's how I eat salt and vinegar chips.
Mm. So I found this amazing company for chips that I can recommend to you after stream, but I'm not doing 2 unsponsored recommendations. They make amazing
Someone
salt and vinegar
sponsor them.
salt and vinegar chips though.
So I imagine like Grandpa Chuck being like a person from America having brought over an entire supermarket
Mm.
Yeah.
where
Yes.
and
Oh yeah.
we have never heard of some of the flavors
You,
before.
you,
and
you
stuff.
didn't see this,
Yeah.
but you didn't see this, but because you didn't exit there. But the floor below the penthouse is just like a Walmart storage room.
You're just sitting there going like, what the fuck is ranch?
You know what ranch is.
Who is Alfredo?
So, like, it's not like we don't have our own cursed sauces.
Mm.
Remoulade.
Every sauce that I have tried that is like a thing from some random location in Europe that is beloved there and everyone else hates it, I have also loved it.
Mm.
So
You know, great sauce? Yoppie.
Yoppie is
Yoppie!
amazing.
Yoppie,
Yoppie
yeah,
is
yeah,
a
that's
great sauce. I love it.
So good.
The Dutch know
Just
what's up.
yeah,
The-
yeah, I know.
The Dutch have such amazing snack culture.
Yoppie.
Like sweet
Yeah.
onion sauce,
Mm.
So good.
and yoppie, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
the Dutch
No.
have us beat.
Also, the name is just great. I love the name.
Yoppie.
The name
Yeah.
is just amazing.
It sounds like
Yoppie.
Yippee.
Yippee!
Meine Mama.
Oh damn. Okay,
so
after having serious,
we kind
Yeah.
of. I mean, I guess you can hang out a bit, but ultimately you are going to head to the rooftop and board the shuttle that the
Yes.
hiding of plushies has bought you.
Somehow 2 days later.
Yeah, it's like straight up Fey magic. We're in there and we come out and
Yeah.
we've passed four
No.
hours, but it's been 3 days.
It's been a month.
Oh, no.
Marie's like, where are
Yeah.
you?
What the fuck have you done? Why did you go off radar? What the hell?
Okay, so you make it to the shuttle and ultimately to the spaceport unscathed to meet up with Marie.
Yay!
Who is okay. Oh, there you are. How did you get up here so fast?
I have connections.
Bribery, I think.
Oh.
Sort of. Certainly nepotism.
Ah. Both?
Both.
I think there was some plushie bribery involved, right?
The safe
Technically
house
considering, yeah.
and the penthouse were not in the same building, but it sure felt like that.
Hmm. I
They-
didn't
they-
know you had a relative
Yeah,
near
it was
the
much
safe
closer
house.
than I thought it would be.
She didn't either.
Very neat.
It was much closer than I thought it would be.
Well, can I see the
We
samples?
got there and I was basically like, oh, I recognize
Samples.
this neighborhood.
She starts like snapping in front of Pyro's face. Samples.
Oh, yes. She reaches in, she takes out the 2 vials. Samples, hello, pay attention, samples.
Yeah, exactly.
Jingle, jingle.
Do you have some
Hello?
dangling keys?
Yeah.
Bling,
Yeah.
bling,
Jingle,
bling, bling,
jingle.
bling, bling, bling. Pyro, please, listen, bling, bling, bling.
Attention
Aw.
here.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, she hands over the weird seed and weird mushroom sample.
So
Okay.
if we find out how all these are, we know which archaeological dig sites we should visit.
It certainly would narrow it down.
Not necessarily, but it would at least give us a hint on when this god was active. But
Right.
remember how the below ground looked?
Yeah, like a science lab.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think so. There was no worship of deities for millennia on this planet. So nobody native to this world would have built a church unless long before, like, more than 5,000 years ago. So maybe they
Oh.
crashed here and built that place.
What do you mean with crashed?
Aliens.
Because the inside is so technologically different from the outside of the site. Maybe it was
TARDIS.
maybe it was a maroon spaceship that the church was
It was
built on
Maroon
top
5.
of.
What does maroon spaceship mean? It's just brown?
No. It's
Maroon is
stuck
like a,
in a place.
ochre. It's maroon is like a red ochre sound, like dried blood.
Ah,
Ah. So it's stuck in a place. But yeah, it was stuck in time.
yeah.
But also in space. Space and time.
Mm,
It's a TARDIS. The
What is a
outside doesn't look
TARDIS?
like the inside. It has time wibbly wobbly timey wiminess.
there is another
timey-wimey.
thing that doesn't add up about the church. I didn't think you didn't notice, but it doesn't look like the church was used to worship what's in the pyramid. If the cult, if the Veil built the church, why would they leave the pyramid in it and abandon the site?
What if they intentionally trapped the...
No, I think probably someone else trapped the god.
Oh yeah, because the
Right.
church
What
pews
if
are
they-
too dangerous.
No, what if there was a church there and then someone else built into the church a system to trap that god using their own religious site to
Would
contain
make-
them?
It
There
would
was a-
make a lot more sense if that church belonged to one of the factions that killed and imprisoned the deity, and
The
not
God
to a
War.
faction that worshipped it.
What?
The God War. The Titans? That's basic history, right?
don't-
Everyone who interacts with Illumhyr ought to know that there was once a God War, and
It's
there
not
were
really
once
common
Titans.
knowledge.
It's not?
Maybe common knowledge to you,
Shit.
Pyro.
To someone
Is
with
it?
a-
Actually, should I be like
I-
rolling to see if Pyro even
No,
knows
you
that?
would know this because
But
Okay.
yeah.
having leverage on the place you're treating with is always good in your line of business. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, CL would know because he's heard about it, but the
Yeah.
other two, no idea.
Yeah, no. Didn't think so. The what war? The what now?
There was some number of thousands of years ago on this planet.
Although,
Well,
actually,
Hmm?
Vess, please give me a religion check. Unless you have a better knowledge ability, you think might help you there.
Well,
Society might also work. You're trained in that.
I. Why can't I open my character sheet?
I don't know. I can.
Huh?
It's opening fine for
Huh?
me.
Fuck. It doesn't open when I click it, huh? I'm so confused.
Ha.
Huh?
Because you disconnected earlier.
But why would that?
Maybe reload?
Reloader.
Also could activate the gym chain, I guess.
By the way, how's Margaret?
Who's Margaret?
The creepy doll I stole?
I don't know.
Ah.
Creepy?
Yeah.
When did you steal that?
Religion or society, I guess, could also
it
work.
Help.
The society, I guess that would be better.
No.
I'm not fucking idiot. I'm stupid! I'm stupid! No!
Someone is suppressing memories.
Okay, let's continue.
So,
I
if
didn't
the
know anything
church
about that wall.
we visited is there to imprison, or well, if the god, wait, if the god of the church imprisoned the asshole god, and that's why the church was like trapped in time.
Well, most likely, this is happening, by the way, while there's like a machine running stuff on the samples. If my theory is correct, and the pyramid imprisoning part of a dead deity came here with a ship that crashed there, and they built this site on it. They probably had a different deity's cleric on board that ship. So, like Pyro said, they could have built the church and built, well, a ritual that's part of their god's powers into the structure of the church, and then frozen it in time so the binding wouldn't break.
Is it possible that they were waiting, that there was a reason to hold it for a specific amount of time? Because when we got there, there was already some sign that the magic was breaking down. Slowly,
No.
but it was.
No spell lasts forever. Everything's eventually subject to erosion, including magic.
Okay.
Depending on how this spell manipulates time, it could either be suspending the area and just run out of time, run out of energy eventually and break. Or it could roll back large changes to the area every time they occur. And it just ran out of juice when a too big change was made. And then all of the little
Right.
things like erosion just happened because the spell was no longer buffering them.
Slowly over time, taking more and more space in. Okay.
If you think about it, it
so
could
like
have
the
just
spell-
been us moving the pyramid that broke it. Think about
Yep.
it. Rolling
that's
back,
definitely possible. I think
rolling back 5 living creatures and this thing. If the spell has been there for thousands of years, constantly rolling back damage, trees blowing in during a storm, the church being blown over, or catching fire because lightning struck it. Maybe we just did the one too many big thing to it.
How long did you say it was probably? 6,000 years? 5,000 years.
The analysis is done. This mushroom is about 4,000 years old. So they must have marooned on
Okay.
this planet just around the time of the God Wars.
Wait, just after the God
But
Wars?
so you're saying you're relatively confident that that was a ship?
I'm pretty sure. It didn't match the church at all, but the church was built out of the same wood as grew in the forest around it.
So the church was built later.
Yes.
So
And
they crashed with a spaceship. And then they decided, yeah, let's build a church above.
and the
Or,
church
I guess.
was part of the containment for whatever was in the ship.
Perhaps. Or maybe they just
Yeah.
built a site to worship their god in their last moments. Protecting whatever was
Maybe-
creating that time freeze spell. Perhaps even leaving the site when they were about to die, so the spell wouldn't roll their lives back.
Hmm.
I mean, that's a good theory, I guess. So,
Hilarious would be if we all had an eventual party wipe and then woke up in the church in the first mission. Nothing having happened yet. Actually, no. Everything would have happened around us. We'd be duplicates.
and Marty. So
Okay, so
what are we going to do with this information? Like, do we
No, this is-
like let's
I-
look up crashed spaceships 4K years ago? I'm feeling lucky.
I mean, there is some merit to that, but I'm thinking about what I know about the God War, which admittedly is not a lot because it's such old history. But I do know that there are scattered, dangerous and/or otherwise problematic areas of this planet that have to do with what happened during with the dangerous magics thrown around during the God War. Essentially, the early Ultranians decided that gods weren't worth their time and decided to kill all of them.
Yay. Fun words that the others don't know, and maybe even the players don't remember. That's funny.
Wait, hold on. The mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
New Illumhyr. Illumhyr Prime? Wait, no, we're on Illumhyr Prime. The other Illumhyr. Do you think it has a duplicate of the ship and the church? 4,000 years old?
Most likely not. This must have crashed here after the war ended. Otherwise, the person who gave us, the Jinshen crew, the task to investigate this cult and prevent them from what they're doing wouldn't have sent me to collect it from here.
Also, the amount of power required to duplicate a chunk of dead god would be unimaginable. Not that I entirely know how the alternate plane of Illumia Prime was created in the first place, but
What?
Well, so, truth be told, the other members of the crew have been worried about how much of a hassle this job has become, which has prompted me to change course, and you getting hurt in the harbor was the nail in the coffin there.
are you
I
saying
think-
we're done?
No, we're not done, but we can't take them head on. We need to figure out who exactly we're dealing with and how to best stop them.
Yep. I
So,
think so too.
we should either, being the only lead I have right now, investigate the church again, find out where the builders are from, and go there. Or if anyone knows the plane that the Veil may have visited, we could also go there.
Can I use planar travel lore to try and see what I know of
Sure.
other planes that might have similar architecture or things like that?
Didn't like the gnomes also just end up? Yeah, like gnomes aren't from the plane, right?
No.
Gnomes are originally from the first plane, which is the Feywild, and the Lucky Rock family started with Pyro's great grandfather, who got in deep shit with every single Fey court, and essentially took a town of gnomes and moved it to another pocket dimension with a world called Gnome World, which is essentially now a gnomish playground.
Sounds
Like think
an
Disneyland,
amusement
but it's all
park.
gnomes and
Yeah.
assassins and stupid bullshit that everyone survives all the time because it's fun.
Yeah.
Ah.
Gnome
Backwards
World.
Disney World.
Disney,
Yes.
Disney World.
Yes, no.
Backwards Disney.
Backwards Disneyland.
Yeah.
Stop saying Disney.
Thank you, Melva. You brought back good memories.
So,
Good meme memories.
that is unfortunately a no on that planar travel check. Anyone else?
Great.
I don't think I
mean,
know too much
I
about
don't
planet
think so.
traveling personally.
What
don't
could
think so.
Pogito possibly know?
Mm.
I mean,
I mean,
you've been to.
maybe religion, maybe I don't know. Maybe the experience he has with Moth or something.
Do you remember anything from when you were dead? I'm sorry, that's an incredibly insensitive question. I apologize. I withdraw it. Don't think about that too hard.
Yeah.
Too late already thinking about it.
Would you like some pot? I have pot.
Ah,
It will relax you.
Mm, yes.
Pyro hands off some flay leaf.
Oh no.
Oh God. His first time.
You now have a +1 item bonus to saving throws against mental effects, and it is a mild euphoric.
You also need to
You
roll.
will have to roll a
resistance,
DC 12. Yes, a DC 12 fortitude check to prevent advancing to stage 1 dependency, or
I
stage
think
2
that's
dependency
fine.
rather.
That's fine.
Yeah, that definitely passes.
I mean, I don't
33.
feel anything, but okay.
You don't feel the need to take more
Mhm,
take it again.
Yeah.
hmm
I would just do a religion check. Maybe something comes up.
Not on a 16, no.
So
I
maybe
guess the church is the best place to go.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, we did search it before, even before it crashed. And now we have to look through rubble for information. But maybe we can dig a bit more around the innards of the spaceship? Like where
Well-
Vess opened the door and we
The
found the pyramid.
we could investigate it, or well,
Why are smiling?
if we could talk to the dead crew, that would make things easier. We could just ask them where they're from.
How are we?
Huh?
How do we talk to the dead crew?
Finding an artifact that lets us speak with the dead over long periods of time. And Marie starts like sliding a treasure map out of a like map holster, pleading eyes that you say yes.
Adventure? Adventure?
I mean-
Adventure? Treasure
I
hunt?
don't think the bad guys would look for us in a random digging spot.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe they
We're
were
in.
waiting at the church and are like, why aren't they coming?
Ciel, are you coming with us? We're going for a treasure hunt.
I mean,
We've got a map.
give me a few
It's got
levels,
an
and I
X.
might. Yes,
Give me a peanut.
and I can already rouse skeletons and call upon whispers of void. Give me a few
Yes, but
levels,
you
and
can't
maybe I can.
yet, and also
and-
there's an adventure.
And maybe I can also just talk to people.
Yeah, that maybe will take too long, not?
We'll see what happens first. See how
Okay.
Talking would take too long. Let's go and delve into a dungeon instead.
Uh,
I mean, where is the digging spot?
I don't know, Jungle Planet?
Planet?
Great.
Do I get a machete?
If you want to.
Okay, Pokito's gonna walk in front of us, I guess.
Hmm.
Heh! 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 Heh!
I mean, why do you need us to look there?
It's more fun with friends. Where else are you gonna go?
And not because it's dangerous or something.
I don't know if it's dangerous.
We'll see if it's dangerous when we're there.
I've not been there.
Hmm.
I just found this map.
I mean,
Where did you find
Somewhere else.
it? Great.
How black was the market?
Very.
Oh.
It was on the same planet.
Hey, do we still have a thing installed on the computers in the on the internal servers in the tower?
By this time, probably not anymore.
Damn it.
The guy
Oh,
in the
do we need
server room you
anything-
intimidated only has so many days before getting fired if he doesn't revert what you did.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
In Tuvik's company, you intimidated the one guy in the server room.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So he knew what you did. And if they find out he knew what you did, they'll fire him or worse.
I mean, he did it for his friend.
Yeah, but also, he needs this job.
Yeah, I know. Wes got him to silver, though.
That's true.
Ooh.
That is true. Wes did boost his account. That is true.
So, is there anything special about the planet? I'm kind of...
It's a jungle planet. There's jungle there.
Okay. Any people living there?
Yeah. But where do you think I got this map?
Good point.
They're nice. They're like tree houses.
Oh my god, can I swing from vine to vine?
You can sure try.
Adam! Patricia! From vine to vine.
Ah, yes. So, what are we gonna do? Dig around in some old spaceship? Or map?
Splinters or toxic plans?
I think we should map. I vote map.
Map.
Map. Map.
Yes,
Map.
map it is,
Map.
I think.
Map. 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 Well, are we unanimous in this decision?
Isn't I
I
asking
mean-
me because I'm very quiet so far?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm fine with going after a map. It gives us
Do
something
we-
to do while we wait.
Do we need any more
You're not waiting for anything.
equipment.
Yeah, but like, while we wait for potentially more levels.
Hmm. For leveling up, you mean?
Yeah.
Well,
getting better, learning new spells.
So here's the other thing. I'm starting to run dry on my contacts that I can tap for. I'm pretty deep in favors, as my grandfather said, and I am a little light on personal funds at the moment. So
I mean,
How
can't
come?
you just steal like ancient artifacts to send into like a Lucky Rock museum or something? That would be fun, right?
do you think we're British just because of the accent?
What is Britain?
What is British? Oh, you don't want to visit that plane.
You don't want to
It's an,
visit that
it's an
place.
ancient
That place
insult. No one knows
sucks.
what it means.
Mm.
Watch out for the Brexit there.
Mm.
I think that I will sell my necklace with it is gold and has paradox on it, and it's worth 25 gold. But that's still not much. I don't have much left on me, so equipping us for this is not going to be as easy as it has been in the past. And
I think you should be
however,
Do
as
we
we are?
actually need more stuff?
I would
Nice.
I would like to restock on elixirs of life. I only have one left.
I still have all my healing potions, and I have more spells that heal us now.
I
That
have
is true.
4 left.
So many more.
fine.
How's
Oh,
that
good.
for-
I think you're fine. You ran into an enemy that's too strong for you. I understand that's scary, but
And
this
she
is
let us
just
live,
some-
which
this
is not concerning.
this is just some jungle temple. Shouldn't be so bad.
I still have the invisibility potion. I still have the most smoke grenade.
All right, I'm
So
fine with it.
dynamite would be fun.
Oh, it would be fun.
Why do I only have one smoke grenade?
But can't Vess make explosives?
Yeah. I can make some
Boom.
grenades stuff.
Boom.
Can't pyro be explosive?
Boom.
Yes.
I mean, I
pyro
can
is
make like
explosive,
grenades
that's
that are
true.
not like fire, you know, like different boom.
Mm.
Right.
Oh,
No,
so
smoke
good.
grenades are
Different
cool
effects.
because they are concealing, and they don't.
I actually don't know if I actually took smoke grenade. I have to check. Let me check. Where are my... Doop-de-doop-de-doo. No, I do not have smoke. I have pressure bomb, necrotic, goo grenade, vexing vapor, chunk bomb, blood bomb, star grenade, light bomb, bottled lighting, dread ampule, frost vial.
All right. Oh, I do have.
So something
Never
else,
mind.
I
do
could
have.
spend time and learn how to make different stuff.
Do we want to just write a small
think we can
list
just-
of like
yeah.
tiny purchases we want to make?
Yeah, for
And I
out
go- yeah,
of
I guess
game,
maybe,
like
yeah.
any purchases that we want for the purposes of gearing up to go dungeoneering.
Mhm.
I'm happy to do that.
400 feet
And-
of rope.
Sure.
We are so.
Can
I
I-
do
can I
already have like a
actually-
tactical climbing kit and things, so like I
Yeah.
think we're probably actually
Yeah.
okay.
Guess you
I
are.
just I will sell my gold necklace with paradox and then buy stuff equal to 25 gold or less.
Yeah, but what stuff?
Why do you want to sell your jewelry?
I'm not selling all my jewelry. I'm keeping my rings. I'm keeping my It's just a necklace, and that's because it has a high value, and I would rather not die. And the number of times that you all have gone down is very small, and the number of times that I have coughed up blood is very high.
I mean,
Maybe that's a skill issue.
maybe that's
It
just an
is.
effect of drugs.
No, couldn't be. Impossible. Drugs?
No.
For you? Never.
What are you talking about?
The Nile is a river in Egypt, and your husband is gay.
Where did
No,
that came from?
For the purposes of moving things along, I will poke around at whether I want us to have bought something later, and
Yeah.
that can be an out of session
Yeah.
discussion.
Yes. So we are set on jungle.
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 Hey.
I hope we don't see any Shakos.
Maybe.
I actually have a lot of stuff that is already great for it that came from the heist.
Yeah.
Climbing
So-
stuff.
So yeah, you
Huh?
have a lot of equipment.
Yeah.
You make your way toward to buy some supplies, have them, I don't know, mailed to the hangar or something. Express same day shipping.
Mhm.
Expedited delivery.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I have one question. We did say that I could use the golden silencer on my railgun then, right?
Yes.
Can I add that somewhere in the text so I don't forget it? Because like the target has to make fortitude save for being silent. Silence.
I
'Cause
mean,
otherwise
can you edit the
let's
item?
just for... Huh?
Can you edit the item?
I don't know.
It
Can I
should
edit
be in
the item?
items, and then there should be an edit button next to the delete button. I think the description
Edit.
should be free to edit for you. Like, where you
Just
can
put it,
equip
like-
the
like
item,
copy.
there should
Yeah,
be
can I
like an
just-
edit button, right?
Yeah, the description then, or
Yeah. Just
Well,
put it
then
in the
can I-
description.
just... Let's just copy the text from the other thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can do that.
Yeah, after your shopping trip, you come together with the Jin Shen crew and you prepare to hop planes once again. Traveling to the exotic location of... I pulled this name out of my ass 10 minutes ago. Ekazul.
How do you spell that?
I've posted it.
Oh.
a world covered in trees as tall as mountains. Mountains as tall mountains.
Great.
And
Amazing.
rivers and lakes, but no ocean.
We're already here?
I mean, you've been shopping and then
Damn.
you left.
Was there a rest in between?
Yeah. That was a rest in between.
A long rest?
Yeah. You get to push the funny healing button. Best
This
is
was
full.
nice.
Whee!
And then we boop and boop.
Yes.
Poquito.
Paquita. Okay. You find a little clearing
Needs-
to make your
Who
landing.
needs more health
in.
first?
Basically no one. Like, the most hurt person is still CL.
Yeah, well.
I am overhealed.
Nice. Putting it onto
That's
my
awesome.
character
That's a
sheet also
great looking
also adds
number.
a buff.
Oh, that's good. So, you
I
exit.
booped you on the nose, and now I'm at full health.
You exit the Jingshen having landed in a small clearing in the forest, and you're immediately greeted by the rustling of leaves in the wind, the faint buzzing of various insect life in the area, the sound of a
It's
small.
also passing along.
Very good. The sound, the sound of a
Trying to
small,
communicate.
small river in the distance, and also you're all immediately hit by a wave of hot, humid air.
I hate this. No, I think Wes wouldn't have much problem with it, but like I hate this.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
Vess
personally,
is
no.
The
actually
player,
feeling
me,
pretty
thinking
good.
about it, I hate this.
Vess, I think, would handle this the best out of
yeah,
all of you.
I think so too.
God.
Pokito, if he's wearing too much, might need a fortitude save to not, like, become lightheaded immediately.
Well,
I mean,
he doesn't wear much. He's always barefoot and sleeveless, so that's okay. But
and,
also, he's a sheep, and he is looking horrible.
Maybe you
Yes.
need a trim.
I forgot the conditioner.
Means
Marie
you make them
emerges with a backpack that looks 4 sizes too big for someone of her stature, and her signature explorer's ball cap.
Good.
I'm actually gonna put her on the map as a token.
Map?
There she is. Look at her.
She's standing there already, watching over the
Everyone gets a token.
waterfall. Whoa! I feel a little bit out of
What?
place.
But why?
Ciel
Huh?
was very close to the camera.
Why was that giant CL for a second? What did
For me.
I do?
was
You
in the
covered the
foreground.
map for us for like one
I know.
frame.
That's because I'm so important for the party.
And it wasn't just on my screen because Melba reacted to it, and then I looked at stream. It was on stream too.
Oh lol. For me, it didn't really look like that.
Massive CL. Wow. This is the point where I, out of character, ask the question. It is almost the regular session end time. How is everyone
I can
feeling?
go.
I
I
woke
can
up
go a
at
little
6.
longer. Oof.
I am
Tired.
I'm really tired.
I'm so sorry for showing up late and cutting our
I mean,
playtime short.
Okay.
It's
Still,
not
they're not showing
shorter-
up at all, right?
It's not shorter than it would have been last week because
Yeah.
we would have had to have
Last-
ended an hour earlier.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
week we had the harder day.
Yeah.
So guys, we're cutting here. Because Medbar is the tired.
I'm sorry.
I also have
That's
to
fine.
get up tomorrow
no.
early again. I have tomorrow again.
Yay.
In the morning.
Please drink enough.
I am.
Why is
I
Little
am!
Claude dead? Oh right, he doesn't have
Because-
HP. I remember.
Yeah, Little Claude
Oh.
went boom.
No, Little Claude doesn't have HP. Eidolon
Ah.
tokens
Yeah.
don't get HP because the damage they take is proxy to the summoner.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Alright, then.
Next time.
Good
figure
fucking
out.
question. The rescheduling did move the next session would be on the 2nd. No,
The
wait,
12th.
that's no,
Wait.
that's August. On the 12th. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine for me.
I am good for then.
Medbar?
Looking for my calendar.
That's why my calendar is digital.
Same.
My calendar is also digital, but it was still in my backpack.
Mm.
Yeah, 12 is amazing.
Hmm.
That
Very good.
Amazing.
couldn't be better.
Yes. Well, then, we will see you on the 12th of July in, finally, an environment that matches real life in terms of climate. And
I
we
will
are getting...
cosplay a playing character, a melting character.
Yes. And we are
Cross
getting...
rings, yeah. Okay.
We're getting the party away from immediate danger that they are definitely underleveled for.
Mm.
To go on a side
I didn't
quest
even notice.
to become stronger. Just like in everyone's favorite anime, solo leveling, except not solo.
Party leveling.
Yes.
Ollie leveling.
Poly leveling.
Poly leveling.
Alright.
That is my favorite anime.
That
Oh,
will
man.
be us for today. I'm going to be back on Tuesday. The others are going to be back when they are going to be back. Yeah. I wish you a good night. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
night. GG.